underway. Vegas in white goes right to left. The Knights control the draw. Martinez ahead for Carlson, who dumps it in. Vegas in white, Oilers in blue with orange numbers. This line for Edmonton scored their lone goal last time out. Warren Fogle at 2:45 from Ryan and McLeod. Puck is behind the Knights net. Penalty coming against the Oilers. Deep in the Vegas zone, Amadio was knocked down, and Vegas will get an early power play in contrast to what has been a recent theme with Oilers getting early power plays. Here's the referee's call.
71 Edmonton, minor penalty, tripping.
And that is the voice of Chris Rooney. Today he works with Graham Skilliter. The linesmen are Brad Kovacic and Matt McPherson. Mike Amadio draws the penalty. Knights to demand advantage. Just 24 seconds into the game. Knights power play was 0 for 4. 3 shots on goal. All 3 came during their 4th and final power play. Oilers win the draw, clear the zone. Here in the playoffs, Oilers penalty kill is ranked 11th. Knights power play is ranked 9th. Vegas right to left, and across the line they go right wing. In the slot, Stone lost the handle of the puck. It's chipped out to center. Jack Eichel let it go backwards to the Vegas blue line. Stevenson curling back. Chandler now with 6 goals here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Right to left, here comes Eichel across the red. He dumps it in. Eichel with 3 power play goals here in the postseason. Stevenson gets it out high. On the right, Theodore. Marchessault shooting save. Rebound in the air. Glove down in the slot. Marchessault looks out high. Connects with Theodore. Rips it to the left. Eichel closing it out in front of shot. Stevenson stopped by Skinner. Set up by Stone down low. Now Theodore straight on shoots. Blocked in front. Nurse got in the way. Marchessault rims it around. He gets knocked over. Play continues. On the left wing side, Eichel. 1 minute on the power play. Theodore to Marchessault shooting. Saved by Skinner to his left. Stevenson rims it left. There's Jack Eichel. Jack at the left circle. Righty looking back door. Now looks out high. What'll he do? Eichel still with it, left boards. Weaving to the dot. Backhands it across. Centering try, Theodore blocked. Picked up by Marchessault, right wing. Marchessault uses the wall kit. Got it to Theodore. Marchessault again. Looking cross ice has Jack Eichel. Top of the left wing circle. Eichel down to the goal line. Stone put it in front. Off a few sticks in the middle. Oilers take it and clear it. That'll bring the penalty down to 20 seconds. Hill dropped it off behind his net. Forecheck pressure coming from Cade. Knocked it loose. Oilers have it in the zone. McDavid then lost it. 9 on the power play. Still in his own zone. Pietrangelo nearly was stripped. Carlson bails him out. Carlson deep in his own zone with Martinez. Penalty released. Ryan McLeod heads to his bench. Oilers cut it off at center. Vinny Desharnais pitches it in. And the Knights unsuccessful on their power play. They do generate 3 shots on goal, but it is a 0-0 tie. 2.5 minutes in, and a whistle. Vegas will get an offensive zone draw after the icing.
Unsuccessful in terms of the ultimate reward, a goal. But 3 shots, good movement, good opportunities. Really hard to have a power play right off the start of the game like that. You haven't touched the puck at all, but they've got their touches now.
Left circle face-off. Carlson on it. And he wins it along for Amadio. Across to the right. Pietrangelo shoots off a defenseman in front. Went off the hand of Desharnais. Now it's Ekholm spinning in the left corner. Oilers pull it loose, and out they go left to right. Through the center logo, broken up at the Vegas line. Knights countering with Smith left wing. Smith, left side of center, pitches it in. Took a hit there from Bouchard as Smith heads off. 3 minutes in. And a 0-0 tie in Game 4. Oilers gain the line on the left wing. Draisaitl centered. Hill makes the save. Flipped it in on goal. Hill has the whistle. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins crashing the net. We'll see a slight adjustment to the combinations of forwards for head coach Jay Woodcroft today. At least during warm-ups, we saw Draisaitl skating alongside Evander Kane and Keller Yamamoto. Nugent-Hopkins playing with McDavid and Hyman. Obviously just after a penalty kill. We'll see a little bit of a different look. Zach Hyman generating that shot. He was apparently injured, but how injured was he in the last game? Collided with Nicholas Hague. Still played 14 minutes. Knights win the D-zone draw. Fourth line gets it in. Carrier goes around behind. Still on his backhand. Knocked loose and out to the left point for Nick Hague. Down for Waugh. He is knocked loose, and then Bouchard. A couple of hooks and whacks on Nicholas Waugh, but play continues. Knights send it back in. Oilers have it in their own zone. Bouchard scans. Comes toward the center red. Passes right wing Yamamoto. Centering pass off a Vegas skate, and Hague pulls it behind his own goal. He is hacked and whacked as he clears the zone. Bouncing puck comes to center. Knights cannot control it. Oilers in 1 against 3. McDavid draws a penalty. Out to the left wing side. Nurse drops it back. McDavid around to the right wing side. Draisaitl's shot blocked. Rebound corralled by Marchessault. And a slashing call against the Knights. Connor McDavid draws it. And of course, we have talked so often about discipline in this series. Here's the call. Chris Rooney looking around, trying to figure out who the player was.
27 Vegas, minor penalty slashing.
So unlike game 1, when no penalties were assessed in the first 20 minutes, not until the very end of the period, here, 2 penalties already in the first 4 minutes of the game. 1 against the Oilers, and now 1 against the Knights.
Theodore gets his stick. He goes to lift McDavid's stick, but his stick slides up into the hands of McDavid. It's more of a hook than a slash, but they're going to call that when it's Connor McDavid every time.
Knights to the kill. They stopped both Oilers' power plays last game. Stopped a stretch of 9 consecutive playoff games for the Oilers with a power play goal. Here's McDavid cruising down low. Forced behind. Hill looking over his right, then over his left shoulder. One of the Oilers' power plays was an abbreviated one, 47 seconds in the second period, but their power play in the third period was a full 2 minutes. Vegas gets it clear. Oilers recover, and up they come on the right wing side. Across the line, Draisaitl lost the puck. Smith sends it down. And all the way back to goaltender Stuart Skinner.
Vegas had been pulling back on the penalty kill, and they were really passive. They've switched, they've got aggressive, and so far, so good.
Oilers across the line, left wing. Smith reaches in. Oilers keep it on the perimeter. Draisaitl on the right wing. Lefty drops it into the corner. Low to high pass. McDavid with Bouchard. Bouchard fires. Knocked down in front. McNabb got in the way. Carlson challenges near side. Pokes the puck to center. Smith will let it softly slide through the neutral zone and head off for a change. Knights get new players on. Draisaitl chased back to his own end by Brett Howden. Draisaitl's forward pass cut off in the neutral zone by Nick Waugh. He banks it backwards, and the Knights defenseman control. Martinez across to Whitecloud in front of his bench. Pitches it in, on goal, gloved, and dropped by Skinner. Leaves it in play. Howden then steals it. It comes in front, off the stick. Howden was impeded by Bouchard below the goal line, so he couldn't get to the free puck after he stripped it loose as it came out into the blue ice. Oilers get it in, but the Knights control. Sent the length of the ice by Howden. Penalty clock ticks down. 19 seconds to go. 0-0 tie. We're in the opening 6 minutes of the contest between the Knights and Oilers in Game 4. Edmonton left to right. The dump in around the rim. Counterclockwise. Kane drops it out to the left point. To the right side. Ekholm misses his man at the right side of the crease. Around the perimeter again. Straight on a shot. Tipped on save. Pietrangelo the rebound. And then sent up the slot. It does go out to the neutral zone on the clear by Stone. Oilers send it back in as the penalty clock runs out. Both sides are 0 for 1 on the power play. Now at 5-on-5, Oilers set up in the zone. Ekholm works to the middle. He shoots. Kicked out by Hill. Stone the rebound far side. Finding Barbashev to the center logo. Left wing Stevenson across the blue line. Breaks. Try to tap it down the wall, but his pass was intercepted. Stevenson goes down. Oilers out with the puck right side of center. Klim Kostin whirls around and dumps it in on the backhand. Vegas in its own zone. Theodore. He is challenged in his own zone. Loose puck shot high. Rebound. They score. Shea Theodore was stripped in his own goal and never recovered. The Oilers take a 1-0 lead. Their fourth line generates the offense. It's a slightly different look fourth line, but they put all the pressure on the Knights in their own zone. After Stevenson lost it in the offensive end, Vegas tried to get it back in the defensive end, and Theodore lost it about 10 feet away from his goal.
Yeah, nothing new is Edmonton has now scored first in every game of the series. Aiden Hill makes the first save, and then Puck gets behind him, and he loses it and can't get over to that far post. And the long Nick Bjugstad, what is he, 6'5", 6'6"? He's able to bang it in.
Bjugstad at 6'6", first-round pick of the Minnesota Wild in 2011. Got some shoving here. As I mentioned, it's a different look fourth line with the addition of Matthias Janmark. Janmark skating alongside Bjugstad and Kostin. Yamamoto promoted. Devon Shore a scratch once again. But it is Bjugstad with the goal from Kostin at 6:46. The wraparound goal. Hill did not get back to his left after Bjugstad carried it around behind the net. So 1-0 Oilers, 13 minutes to go, first period. We'll be right back. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Hey, Chuck, I know there are a lot of scams with online payday loans. What should people watch out for?
So many of these websites might look totally legit, but they're far from it. And the borrower needs to be very careful to make sure they're dealing with a lender that's licensed right here in Nevada, like Dollar Loan Center.
How do they get away with that?
It's normally the online companies that are based out of the country in places like Costa Rica or hiding on tribal land to skirt state lending laws. Others are just lead generators who really don't lend money, but sell your info to hundreds of unlicensed lenders.
That was Chuck. And to celebrate 25 years in business, he's offering free loans to all new customers. No fee to apply and a week of free interest. We have over 50 locations. Apply over the phone or online at don'tbebroke.com. Don't forget, your first loan is free in 2023 at the DLC.
Free loan means if you pay off your loan in 1 week or less, the interest is free. You are still required to repay the principal amount. Licensed by Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet minimum loan qualifications. To review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
STN Sports is the only sports betting app you need this season. STN Sports has it all. In-play betting, mobile parlay cards, the Play Plus card to fund and withdraw from anywhere in Nevada, and a $50 new sign-up bonus. STN Sports even lets you earn rewards for every bet. Safe and easy betting from your phone or tablet. Go to stationcasinosports.com or sign up at any Station Casino or Wildfire. Details available at all sportsbooks.
Back to more Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup playoff action with Dan Duba and Gary Lawless.
Nick Bjugstad delivers his 6th career Stanley Cup playoffs goal, 3rd this year. First point of the series for the big centerman Nick Bjugstad. Wraparound goal to make it 1-0 Oilers. Action resumes after a neutral zone draw. Edmonton gets it in. Vegas sends it back out. Hops and skids at the Oilers line, and Vinny Desharnais pulls it backward. Delayed penalty coming up against the Knights. So this will be the 3rd penalty total, and we've not even played 8 minutes of hockey. So this is starting to look a lot more like earlier games of the series rather than Game 3, where the officials kept their whistles in their pockets. Here's Graham Skilliter.
Vegas goal number 27, minor penalty slashing.
So 2 penalties have been called against the Knights, both against Shea Theodore, and it was also Shea who coughed up the puck.
Austin, and it gets called.
Oilers to the power play for the 2nd time. They only had 2 all game. Here's a drive. Score! Bouchard from the right side. Power play goal. It took 9 seconds. Evan Bouchard. What a power play postseason it's been for Bouchard. The defenseman, who in the regular season had 2 power play goals, he's got 4 here in the playoffs.
Now they win the draw and just quickly move it around, get a lot of people towards the net, and Bouchard can really rip it. He gets it through. It's a heavy shot. Great pass from McDavid, right in the right spot. And Aiden Hill doesn't see it.
Bouchard delivers his 5th point of the series. Couple of power play goals along with 3 assists. He's now got 4 goals here in the Stanley Cup playoffs, 15 points. Oilers have 2 goals in the first 8 minutes of the game. Oilers dump it in. Pietrangelo back took a hit from Kane. They shove back and forth, fighting for the puck far corner. Hill watching over his right shoulder. Draisaitl at the right goal line. Banks it up top, has Ceci. The righty winds up, passes left. Return to the right from Nurse. Got it to Draisaitl after a deflection. Draisaitl comes up the near wall. Draisaitl breaks at the point. Dropped it into the circle for Kane, but he booted the puck, and it comes to center. Back ahead come the Oilers. They lose it coming in. Martinez pulls it away, and Pietrangelo sends it out to Marchessault. Deflected at the Oilers line. It's a delayed offside. Eichel will now drift toward the bench as Vegas changes.
We use that word connected. So far, Vegas not connected at all in terms of breaking the puck out of their zone and getting it up with all 5 skaters moving.
Haig lost the puck, and the shot stopped. Rebound, loose out of the net. The Oilers have been very aggressive with their sticks, with their checking. Here's a lead pass to Carlson. Misses him, but he wins the race. There's no icing. Looked like Haig had been slashed a moment ago. It looked earlier like Theodore had been cross-checked by Kostin. Those things were not called. But Shea Theodore was indeed called on the retaliation. As you said, Gary, put his stick blade into the nether regions of Kostin, and that's the lack of discipline that we were talking about earlier. Remember, Pietrangelo got a cross-check in the neck from Kane at the end of the first period in Game 3, but there was not a retaliation call. The Golden Knights have to figure out there are different officials in each game. Here's Hyman, a drive that's deflected over the goal, taken by McDavid deep in the left wing corner. Waugh goes after him, reversed around. McDavid takes it on the right wing side. Up the wall, breaks, looks down into the corner, poked along by Vinny Desharnais. Goes to the far side. Carrier tries to get position with help from Martinez. Carrier controls and lifts it to center. Hobson skids to the Oilers line. Nearing the halfway mark of the first period, Edmonton 2, Vegas 0. Oilers have 5 of the last 6 shots on goal. 6-4 is the advantage. Marchessault coming, I should say, on the far side. It was a loose puck. It came to the middle as Stone looked to feed Howden. Oilers coming in. Left wing shot saved by Hill. Rebound bouncing around in the slot, taken by the Knights. Stone needles it ahead towards Howden. Draisaitl ran Stone off the puck just as he sent it ahead. Oilers take it back in their own zone. Edmonton left to right. Here's Cody Ceci. Up to the red line, got it in. Centering pass from Draisaitl intercepted. In his own zone, Theodore sends it ahead. Lofted it across the line beyond the reach of Mark Stone. Oilers do work it out. On the right wing, Yamamoto. Put it into the Vegas end, cut off by Barbashev. Banks it to neutral ice. Nobody for Vegas is there. Up comes Bouchard. He shoots. Deflected by McNabb. It went wide left. Oilers take it deep in the Vegas zone. Around the rim and out high on the right wing side. Returned down low by Draisaitl. To the left corner in Kane. Now Yamamoto, the righty in the left corner. Joined by Draisaitl. Up the boards. Met by Marchessault. Could not strip the puck. Draisaitl to the left dot. Still with it at the goal line. Theodore gets in his way as Draisaitl's pass attempt went out of play in the near corner. And that stops action. Just over 11 minutes gone. Just under 9 minutes to go in the first period. Oilers 2, Knights 0. Bukestad from Kostin. Then Bouchard from McDavid and Nugent Hopkins on the power play. We'll be right back. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
We believe your banker should say what they'll do and do what they say. Not one time, but every time. It's not about making promises. It's about keeping them. That's the kind of accountability you'll get from Bank of Nevada, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Member FDIC. Find an entrepreneurial banking expert who can help drive results for your business at bankofnevada.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Adam Kuttner. I grew up playing hockey. To win in hockey, you have to be aggressive, you have to work hard, and you have to have a great team. And it's no different when I'm representing my clients in their personal injury cases. My team and I work hard to get you the maximum settlement as quickly as possible, because winning is everything.
If you've been injured in an accident, ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 702-382-0000. That's 382-0000.
The playoffs are here, and Golden Knights fans can discover why BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every playoff game mean more than ever. Go for the goal with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL and the Vegas Golden Knights.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 plus to wager. Nevada only. Please gamble responsibly. For help, please call 1-800-522-4700. MGMResorts.com/GameSense.
Back to the Knights versus the Oilers in their Stanley Cup playoff series with Dan Duba and Gary Lawler.
Oilers 2, Knights 0. 8:49 left, first period. Dubstad and Bouchard, the Oilers' goals. Knights take a D-zone draw and win it. Up skates Ivan Barbashev, left wing. As he gains the red line, he flips it in, opposite corner. Eichel gathers there. Works his way back to the left wing. Out high, Haig's shot. Blocked. Went off somebody in the left circle. Barbashev on it. Rims it behind. Marchessault shoved Nurse, but Nurse gets the puck. Pietrangelo pinches in. Took it away and sends it behind the net. Free puck for the Oilers. Nurse yanks it away from the oncoming Eichel. McDavid checked off. Eichel finds the puck, but nowhere to go towards the net. Back out high instead, Pietrangelo. Break wide left for Haig. Into the left wing circle. Handled by Barbashev. Out high, Haig. Shot it. Knocked down in front. Hacked away, and it goes to the neutral zone. Hyman waiting for it there. Haig is back. Hyman breaks left wing. Two men joining. The third man down the slot, off a stick, and on goal where Hill covers it up. He has the whistle.
At 2-0, Bruce Cassidy, some coaches will call a timeout. He must have said to his guys something to the effect of, get to the media timeout. And then he used that media timeout to coach. He was up and down the bench talking to everybody, and they come back right after, and they have their best shift of the game. They moved up the ice as 5. They got it in. They didn't get a scoring chance out of it, but they stopped the bleeding.
Also got an offensive zone takeaway, put pressure on the Oilers deep in their own zone. Bjugstad tossed from the draw. Matthias Janmark instead, former Golden Knight, playing his third game of the playoffs. Injured in game 1 of the series, but he's back in there today. 12-6, the configuration for the Oilers. They had gone with 11-7 the first few games of the series. Knights force the puck out of the zone. It's at neutral ice. Carlson knifing it down. Got it through Desharnais. And down the left side it goes. Smith and Amadio in pursuit, but instead the Oilers take it. Around the rim it goes, and the breakout pass picked off by Martinez. Quick up to Smith. Left circle, shoots it high. Flanks off the far glass and out to the neutral zone. Whitecloud back in front of his own bench, weaving away from Kostin. Whitecloud has space in his own zone. Riley still looking for his first goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs after 26 in the regular season. He also had 2 goals in the final couple of games of the regular campaign. Stevenson down to the left corner. He centered. Just missed Howden down the slot. Oilers counter quickly. Across the line left wing. Back on defense. Theodore there with Draisaitl. Knocked it loose. Stevenson collects. Starts it forward to Brett Howden. Brett across the center logo. Left wing now. Across the line. Dropped it off. Theodore centered. Out in front alone. Stone is checked into the crossbar. Puck goes wide. Stone's face went into the crossbar. He was checked from behind. There is no call. Draisaitl comes in on the left to drive. That misses from Ekholm. Comes around the boards near side. Draisaitl to the left. Ekholm shoots. He scores. Ekholm makes it 3-0. The midseason pickup. 5, make it 4 goals in the regular season with the Oilers, and now his first year in the playoffs to give him 5 in an Edmonton uniform. 3 points in the series for Ekholm. That's at one end of the ice. At the other end, the Knights had a glorious opportunity. Mark Stone was alone in front of the goal on a great setup. He couldn't get the puck by Skinner, and as he tried to sneak it by at the right post, he was cross-checked by Yamamoto right into the post.
Mark took a long time to get back into the play. As a matter of fact, he never did, and it's his guy, Ekholm, that scores the goal. You wonder why Mark didn't go to the bench and get somebody else out there.
As action resumes, Nicholas Swan knocked over at the Oilers line. He gets up and gives a little shove to Bjugstad. Oilers send it in. Watt checked by Bukestad behind the net now. Puck slides out high and it goes to the neutral zone. Well, Adin Hill had 31 consecutive saves to begin his Stanley Cup playoffs career, 4 in what was his first appearance. Played the third period of Game 2, 4 for 4. Then he was 24 for 24 on in relief of Bro Swat in roughly 50 minutes of hockey in Game 3. But he's given up 3 goals on 10 shots here in his first period of his first start. Here's a left wing shot that misses the net. Goes behind the goal. Oilers deep in the offensive zone. Knocked to a knee was Ryan McLeod. Bumped a couple of times. Pietrangelo tries to get position. Could not. McLeod once again. Pietrangelo reaches in, pulls it loose, but it's grabbed by Derek Ryan, left corner. Checked off by Jack Eichel. Around to the right wing side. Low to high, Desjardins. High to low. Down to Fogle. He tried to center, but his pass was blocked. It ends up behind the net. Oilers get it there. Back up top, Desjardins on the right. Rink wide left. Kulak back to the right wing side. Fogle closing in. Shot attempt blocked by Martinez. Fogle got it around behind to the left. Kulak shoots, blocked. Down goes Eichel. Oilers get the puck. Around to the right. A shot wide of the cage from a pinching Darnay. Desjardins closing in from the right point. He shot it from only about 20 feet away for the defenseman. Now it's behind the Vegas goal. Knights fighting to get position. It goes up the slot. Barbashev pokes it to center. Barbashev almost stolen from Bouchard. Instead, the Oilers are in. On the right, a backhander save. McDavid put it on, and then he whacked Adin Hill after making the stop. The Oilers are flying here in the first period. 3 goals now on a dozen shots with 4:24 to go in the first period. The last goal, Ekholm from Draisaitl and Yamamoto at 13:30. 2 of the 3 Edmonton goals at even strength. We'll be right back. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Experience the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Live it up at the world's largest sports book, Circa Sports. Get loose and get loud with all sports, all seasons at Stadium Swim. Take in the $1 million views at our Rooftop Lounge Legacy Club. Go big and go all night with our luxurious rooms and suites. Book the time of your life today. CircaLasVegas.com.
At Smith's, you can find the highest quality products at a great price in every aisle, every day with Kroger brand. So you can stock up on your household favorites that are tried, tested, and loved by you. Because when you get the products you love at great prices, it feels like winning. Shop now, in-store, or online. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Jack Daniels has always made whiskey, and if they have it their way, they always will. But there's one thing Jack can't make more of: moments. Those are on us to create. You see, hockey fans, we only get one shot at this thing called life. So let's make sure we're making the most of every moment, whether it's showing up for our team or sipping a glass of Jack while cheering at the radio. Don't let a single moment go to waste. Make it count. Jack Daniels.
Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2022 Jack Daniels. All rights reserved.
Back to more Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup playoff action with Dan Duva and Gary Lawler.
Edmonton has been the better first period team of this series. You add up the goals, including today. Oilers have outscored the Knights 10-5 first period in this series. Playoffs overall for the Oilers, outscoring opponents 19-12. That's +9. Vegas is now underwater by 4 goals, 9-13. Oilers got the puck in the high slot, but they lose it. Vegas ahead. Puck goes into the skates of Smith. He lost the handle. What looked to be a 3-on-2 developing turns into nothing. Oilers have it back at their own half of the ice. 4:05 to go in the first period. Oilers 3, Knights 0 in Game 4. Knights lead the series 2-1. Game 5 is in Las Vegas on Friday at 7. Oilers get it on the high right side. It's swept down to the corner. Nugent-Hopkins. Now McDavid back across to the left. A shot. Stopped. Hill pokes it away. Emanio gets to it. Banks it along for Carlson. In front of his bench. Rink wide left. Smith across the line. 2 men cutting. It's Whitecloud. Tried to backhand it along to Carlson, but it was smothered. Puck went in behind the goal. They battle for it down low. Smith in the left corner. He's centered. Nobody for the Knights was in the vicinity. Oilers take it. Now they go 2-on-2. McDavid from the far circle. Checked off by Stone. McDavid rims it behind. Collision on the near boards. Smith tries to get in there. He is spun around. Puck goes out to neutral ice. Evander Kane and Riley Smith going shoulder to shoulder. Oilers send it back in. McNabb is back. Jams it away from Draisaitl. Theodore is checked by Kane deep in the Vegas zone, but the Knights clear it out. It deflects out of play over at the Vegas bench. With 3 minutes to go in the first period and a 3-0 Oilers lead.
Well, we used the word pushback in every game in this series, and it looked like Vegas was going to have a little bit of a pushback at 2-0, and then Mark Stone has his head cross-checked into the post. They did show Mark on the bench after that, and I think he was stunned for a while on that shift, couldn't get off the ice, and then when he kind of got his bearings, he was angry. Let's see if Vegas does have a pushback. 3-0's a deep hole.
Golden Knights send the puck in. Howden, Stone, Stevenson the forwards. McNabb and Theodore the defense. Edmonton clears it out. Booted by McNabb back to the Oilers line. Edmonton takes it there once again. Sent in on the right side by Draisaitl. Around the rim, Theodore going over there. One of the Oilers goes down. Theodore spins off a check. Played ahead by Stone, not out. Cut off at the line. Comes around the rim near side. McNabb sends it up the boards. Cut off by Howden. Using the wall to protect the puck. He slides it to the neutral zone, but it misses Stevenson.
Edmonton is really running around right now physically. Both Draisaitl and Kane threw big licks on the Golden Knights on that last sequence up ice.
You know, the hit numbers right now do not in any way, shape, or form give you a sense of the physicality that we are watching. The hits are 19-12 for Edmonton, but Edmonton is borderline violent with how aggressively they are hitting. Every opportunity is a hard hit with certain players in particular, and the Knights have some hits, obviously, but not all hits are created equal. Knights are in the offensive zone. Colasar with Carrier and Watt. Carrier left goal line. He's centered. Too strong. It goes out to the right point. Carrier is dangling down low with Desharnais as the shot from the point is stopped. Now shoving comes in front. Watt and Desharnais come together. Sticks are up into the air. Shoving, grappling, linesman jumping in. Colasar pulled away from Kulak, and everything is halted. Well, the Oilers are initiating the most violent of the contact. And Vinny Desharnais, the big defenseman, it has been by far the most noticeable he's been in this series. Remember, we got to see the Oilers a couple of times in the regular season, and he was a big factor.
27 Edmonton minors each roughing.
They got roughing minors on either side here. But, Gary, I would say that Desharnais has made himself known physically in this one. Evander Kane always does, so that's no surprise. But with a 6 defenseman configuration, Desharnais, who did play over 15 minutes last game,
in a blowout, they kind of,
Philip Broberg was the 7th defenseman. He played under 10 minutes. He was the only guy who was plus for the Oilers in a 5-1 loss. Colasar for the Knights. Kulak for the Oilers. They'll skate 4 aside for 2 minutes with 1:32 to go in the first period. Oilers 3, Knights 0. 1 goal in this series has been scored at 4 aside. It was for Vegas last game. Chandler Stevenson from Nick Watt and Alec Martinez. Oilers coming ahead left to right. Eichel reaches in. Loose puck stays just inside the line. Now McNabb intercepts the pass. He got it quickly to the neutral zone. Marchessault across the line. He is chased back out to the neutral zone. Curls left and weaves further back. Marchessault for Theodore. We got Marchessault, Eichel, Theodore, and McNabb with 1 minute to go in the period. Final minute brought to you by Credit One. Knights trailing 3-0 in Game 4. Across the line, Theodore tried to dangle his way through the right circle. Puck was knocked loose. It goes behind. Ceci and Nurse get on it for the Oilers. Up the far boards. And now back behind the goal for Ceci. Both sides changing players. 40 seconds to go in the period. Ceci leaves it for Bouchard. Stevenson on the forecheck. McDavid comes out with Bouchard. Oilers now come in across the line left wing. Nugent Hopkins button hooks left side. Floats it down the left wall. 3 Oilers are there. Bouchard takes it. Up top, Ekholm. He barely keeps it in. Flings it down into the right corner. Along the right goal line, Nugent Hopkins. 10 seconds to go. Pulled loose by the Knights. Into the slot, Pietrangelo. 7 seconds. Pietrangelo in his own end. Finds Stone. Knights coming out. 2 seconds. Across the red line, Stevenson. That'll do it for the period. And the Oilers take a 3-0 lead to the first intermission. The scoring began at even strength. Bukestad from Costin at 6:46. And then Evan Bouchard on the power play at 7:38 from McDavid and Nugent Hopkins. And then the third goal, Matthias Ekholm from Leon Draisaitl and Keller Yamamoto. Ekholm's first goal in the playoffs with the Oilers.
Well, a lot of that's self-inflicted, right? Theodore with the misplay, the penalty that he takes.
He took 2 penalties.
2 penalties,
too, yeah.
One of them is, results in a quick power play goal. So lots to fix for Vegas. Problem is at 3-0, it's a big hill to climb, and the Oilers, they have their feet going, they have their legs going, and whether or not Vegas can self-correct, course-correct inside a game, haven't seen that so far in this series against Edmonton. That's why they play the next 2 periods at least.
The Golden Knights have never come back from a 3-goal deficit to win a Stanley Cup playoffs game. Well, they've done this 75 times. We'll see if maybe today's the day.
Yeah.
They've got 40 minutes of, eventually. They've got 40 minutes to come back. And once again, the Oilers get the game's first goal. Edmonton has, in the playoffs, scored first a total of 8 times. In the previous 7, a record of 4-3. In other words, despite scoring first, they've still lost a few times, including a couple of times to the Golden Knights.
Well, 6 shots on Stuart Skinner. That's not the formula for success either. They haven't had a shot on him with traffic. They haven't jumped on a rebound. None of that has happened for Vegas so far. So Bruce Cassidy will have lots to talk about. I wonder if Alex Pietrangelo at some point does not speak here. Mark Stone is the one that was, had his head cross-checked into the post. Does Pietrangelo get up and say, are we letting that happen to our captain?
Golden Knights were outshot 10-2 over the final 14.5 minutes of the first period. One of those 2 was Stone, a great-looking opportunity, stopped by Skinner, and then, as you said, Gary, decked into the post. His cheek went right into the red iron. And then seconds later, at the other end, Ekholm scored a goal, as Stone was kind of stunned and didn't get back to the play in time. We have the intermission report coming up with Ryan Wallace. Stand by for that. We'll have a recap of today's first period and a look around the Stanley Cup playoffs and much more. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
You and Buddy are enjoying your walk when...
Yeah, I smell that too. I know, don't blame it on the dog. I hear that hissing too. Maybe it's a cat.
No, dude. A sulfur-like odor and hissing can be signs of a natural gas leak. Natural gas lines can be buried anywhere. If you suspect a leak, leave immediately and call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Thanks, deep voice narrator.
You're welcome, dude. You too, buddy.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is a bacon or sausage egg croissant plus small seasoned potatoes for $3. It's the breakfast that don't miss. So if you did miss Wendy's breakfast, don't imagine fresh cracked eggs, sizzling sausage, crispy bacon, and block out those hot, buttery, flaky croissants. Croissants don't really make a sound, but if they did, for a breakfast that don't miss, Wendy's is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Select a request $3 breakfast deal to obtain discount. Not valid for a la carte combo orders.
Listen up! Your share at winning over $500,000 in free fuel and products is just a tap away with the Terrible Social House app.
Yes!
With a qualifying purchase at the pump or in-store, you can shop, spin, and win directly on your phone. Win free products that you can redeem instantly in-store, or if you're feeling lucky, you could land on free fuel towards your next fill-up. Shop, spin, and win. Download and play today. Terribles. Deliberately different since 1959. Go to terribles.com for more details.
Hey, Golden Knights fans! Luck is overflowing at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, Southern California's home of huge prizes and jackpots. Stay at our 4-star resort and experience world-class gaming, dining, and entertainment like never before. This March, don't miss your chance to win a 2023 Maserati Levante GT or up to $100,000 every Thursday. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
I'm Shea Theodore, a defenseman for the Vegas Golden Knights and a cancer survivor. Cancer can strike anyone at any moment. For me, finding it early was key. You can tilt the ice in your favor with the game changers at Comprehensive. Learn to self-screen, get checked. Early detection saves lives. It saved mine. Comprehensive Cancer Centers. Defend yourself.
Who might you save?
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. You could save
your friend, teacher, boss.
So learn FAST, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your car.
Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Now here's Ryan Wallace with the Intermission Report on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Don't miss a moment at the Fortress by getting your full season membership for the 2023-24 Vegas Golden Knights season. Season tickets guarantee you the same seats at every game at T-Mobile Arena and at the best prices available. Plus priority access to Stanley Cup playoff tickets and 2024 Winter Classic tickets. Visit VegasGoldenKnights.com for details. See Intermission Report, the Golden Knights trailed the Edmonton Oilers 3-0 after the first period of play. Taking a look at the highlights in that first period, both teams opened the game with strong penalty kills. Then, as they've done in every game this series, the Oilers got on the board first as Nick Bjugstad cashed in on the rebound.
Vegas in its own zone. Theodore, he is challenged in his own zone. Loose puck shot high. Rebound, they score! Shea Theodore was stripped near his own goal and never recovered. The Oilers take a 1-0 lead.
Third goal of the postseason for Nick Bjugstad from Klim Kostin. 6:46 of the first period made it 1-0 Edmonton. The Golden Knights would take another penalty, and Evan Bouchard wasted little time teeing up his fourth of the postseason.
Oilers to the power play for the second time. They only had 2 all game. Here's a drive. Score! Bouchard from the right side. Power play goal. It took 9 seconds. Edmonton leads 2-0.
Evan Bouchard's fourth of the postseason from Connor McDavid and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 7:38 of the first period made it 2-0 Edmonton, a power play goal. And then later on in the period, Mark Stone was cross-checked from behind. No call on that play, and Matthias Ekholm skated down the ice and extended the Oilers' lead.
Dropped it off. Theodore centered out in front alone. Stone is checked into the crossbar. Puck goes wide. Stone's face went into the crossbar. He was checked from behind. There is no call. Draisaitl comes in on the left to drive. That misses from Ekholm. Comes around the boards near side. Draisaitl to the left. Ekholm shoots. He scores. Ekholm makes it 3-0.
Matthias Ekholm's first of the postseason from Leon Draisaitl and Kyler Yamamoto. 13:30 of the first period made it 3-0 Edmonton, and that's where we stand after the first period of the play. We talked about discipline going into this game. The Golden Knights, they did such a great job of that in game number 3. However, a new standard is clearly set right now in terms of this game. For the Golden Knights, you look at the penalties that they took in that first period. Shea Theodore slashing. Those are the ones where you've got to recognize that's where the standard is. It's reaching with the stick. That's what the referees seem to be inclined to call in this game. So for the Golden Knights, when you look at the second period and how you can kind of turn things around, number one, you got to get the legs moving. You got to get your feet moving in how you're defending. You cannot reach with your stick. If you're reaching with your stick, it's essentially going to be a situation where you're putting the Oilers on the power play all night long. Now, that being said, physicality was certainly up in terms of the Oilers' output with hits. And then you start to look at some of the other things that are not getting called in this game. Cross checks, specifically the one on Mark Stone that leads to an odd man rush and a goal for the Edmonton Oilers. If those are the types of plays that are going to be let go, then the Golden Knights have to engage more physically in the second period. Out-of-town scores are presented by Betfred. Visit Betfred at Mohegan Sun Sportsbook inside the Virgin Hotel. The Toronto Maple Leafs stave off elimination, defeating the Florida Panthers 2-1 in game number 4. Florida leads that series 3-1, and Game 5 will go on Friday night. We're back with more on the Intermission Report. Presented by Dollar Loan Center, it's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
With PowerShift by NV Energy, you have the power to reduce energy bills 10 to 25%. Whether that's free smart thermostat installations, free energy assessments, or free appliance upgrades for eligible customers, you have the power to save at your home or your business. Make a powerful change today and save for future generations. Make your power move at nvenergy.com/powershift.
Farhan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. Imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. You want an attorney who does everything in his power to translate knowledge and experience into big bucks in your pocket. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
If you've been hurt, Naqvi is the word. Call 702-INJURED.
Hi, I'm David Wise, 3-time Olympic medalist and proud Nevadan. I'm a registered donor. Did you know that more than 100,000 people in America are waiting on a life-saving transplant? I support Nevada Donor Network's efforts to raise awareness on organ, eye, and tissue donation. One heroic donor can save and heal up to 75 lives. Everyone has the power to be someone's hero. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
Silver State Schools Credit Union opened its first branch in the Las Vegas community 70 years ago. We're proud to say that for the last 70 years, we've been committed to our members and making their financial dreams a reality.
People over profit, Silver State Schools Credit Union.
Become a member today and have a financial partner for life.
By Member's Choice, this institution is not federally insured. Shares insured up to $250,000 by ASI. Full details at silverstatecu.com.
Stay up to date with the latest from the NHL and the Vegas Golden Knights. Here on Fox Sports Las Vegas, 98.9 FM and 1340 AM KKGK Las Vegas.
It's almost time for the second period. But first, here's Ryan Wallace with the intermission wrap-up on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
When the Golden Knights win, you win. Get 31% off menu price pizzas at Pizza Hut the day after every VGK victory using the code VGKWins on pizzahut.com. It's the intermission report. The Golden Knights trailed the Edmonton Oilers 3-0 after the first period of play. Stats of the period are presented by the UPS Store, your locally owned print and business services center. Shots 11-6 in favor of the Oilers. Shot attempts 22-10 in favor of Edmonton. Scoring chances 12-4 Edmonton. High danger chances 4-2 Edmonton. All situations according to Natural Stat Trick. Hits 20-14 in favor of the Oilers. Vegas 0-for-1 on the power play. Edmonton 1-for-2 on the power play. The Golden Knights with 4 giveaways, 3 takeaways, and 8 block shots. Edmonton 6 giveaways, 2 takeaways, and 3 block shots. So, we already talked about it. The standard has been set over the course of the first period. If you're reaching in with your stick, if you're not moving your feet, those are the types of plays that the refs are clued in on here in this game. So for the Golden Knights, the number one thing you can do going into period number 2 is you got to skate, right? Like, that's going to be the big turning point for the Vegas Golden Knights. I know it's 3-0. There's 40 minutes to play. There's 40 minutes left in this game for the Vegas Golden Knights to start chipping away. I do believe that this is a team that can put the first period behind them and start to get to their game. They didn't get to the inside. They didn't play with the puck a lot. Like, those are things that the Golden Knights are going to have to correct at some point over the course of this game. You have to be able to take the punch that the Oilers put out. But you've got to come back with a solid period of hockey yourself if you're the Vegas Golden Knights. It's got to be a situation where you come in and you're trying to win a period. You don't have to get everything back all at once, but you do have to come in. You have to move your feet. You've got to play in the offensive zone, and you've got to try to turn the tide in this game. I do believe the goal. Knights can do that. I do believe that there is an opportunity to push back against the Edmonton Oilers, and that's really what the big lament was after game number. Solid second period, and really find a way to test Stuart Skinner. I thought he was good on the Golden Knights power play opportunity. There were certainly some opportunities for the Golden Knights in that stretch. Stuart Skinner, a couple of really big saves, but it really wasn't enough in terms of volume. Only 6 shots. You didn't get to the inside. That's where up to. When Edmonton punched the Golden Knights in the mouth, there wasn't enough pushback over the final 40 minutes. This is an opportunity to correct that issue from earlier on in the series. It's still within reach for the Golden Knights. They've just got to go out there and play a solid second period and really find a way to test Stuart Skinner. I thought he was good on the Golden Knights power play opportunity. There were certainly some opportunities for the Golden Knights in that stretch. Stuart Skinner, a couple of really big saves, but it really wasn't enough in terms of volume. Only 6 shots. You didn't get to the inside. That's where I'm looking at the Golden Knights. Find a way to battle into the inside, get a goal.
Imagine if your everyday shopping allowed you to earn points towards a weekend in wine country. A round of golf, tickets to exclusive events, or a new hockey jersey. Through the Foley Food and Wine Society app, members earn points for everyday purchases that they can redeem for everything from a baseball cap to a trip to New Zealand. The Foley Food and Wine Society, the luxury lifestyle community that combines life's greatest passions, world-class wines, exquisite cuisine, and amazing experiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, shiatsu, bottle service. Yeah, hit me.
Greatest passions, world-class wines, exquisite cuisine, and amazing experiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, shiatsu, bottle service. Yeah, hit me. Shop till you drop, and then some. Earn and redeem on countless till you drop. And then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be
$5,000 in minutes? We have over 50 locations, and to celebrate 25 years, this year we're going all out. Borrow up to $5,000 and keep it for a week. Then all you owe us back is the principal. Stop by one of our over 50 gorgeous locations in Nevada and Utah, and our awesome Dollar Loan Center staff will tell you all about it. Apply at don'tbebroke.com. Give us a call or find a Dollar Loan Center near you. And remember, at DLC, your first loan right, no fees at all, and free interest for a week. Borrow up to $5,000 and keep it for a week. Then all you owe us back is the principal. Stop by one of our over 50 gorgeous locations in Nevada and Utah, and our awesome Dollar Loan Center staff will tell you all about it. Apply at don'tbebroke.com. Give us a call or find a Dollar Loan Center near you. And remember, at DLC, your first loan is free in 2023.
Payroll means if you pay after 1 week or less, the interest is free. You are still required to repay the principal amount. Business at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
Silver State Schools Credit Union opened its first branch in the Las Vegas community 70 years ago. We're proud to say
Member's Choice. This institution is not federally insured. Shares insured up to $250,000 by ASI. Full details at silverstatecu.com.
Back to the Knights versus the Oilers in their Stanley Cup playoff series with Dan Duva and Gary Lawler.
I have a ringside at Rogers Place in Edmonton. Golden Knights trail the Oilers 3-0 as we hit the second period. Tickets are available for playoff games at T-Mobile Arena, including Game 5, Friday, May the 12th. It'll be a 7 o'clock start, we understand now, because there will be Another game in the Florida-Toronto series. A limited number of event suites and group tickets are available. Visit VegasGoldenKnights.com/tickets. Again, Game 5 Friday at T-Mobile Arena. Ready to start the second. Carryover of 28 seconds at 4-on-4. Keegan Colasar sitting for the Knights. Brett Kulak sitting for the Oilers.
18 minutes to think about it, Dan. Let's see if there's a pushback from the Golden Knights.
Oilers win the draw. They go right to left wearing blue here in the second. Knights in white. Ekholm up the left wing. Scored his first playoff goal at the tail end of that first period. Put it on net from a sharp angle. Pushed away by Hill. Knights start out. And Carlson a tap back. It works as a pass to Draisaitl. In on the right wing. To the left, Bouchard. Pulls. Looks across. Not sure if he was trying to shoot or pass, but it went into the corner. Knights on it. Breakout pass. Broken up. Martinez looking for Carlson. Instead, Yamamoto fans on the shot. Pietrangelo reached in. Taps the puck near side. Penalties released. It's now 5-on-5. Carlson ahead on the right wing. Across the blue line with Colasar. On the right wall, it's lifted over Colasar by Nurse. To the Vegas line, it's Martinez. Opening minutes, second period. 3-0 Edmonton. Vegas on the breakout left to right. Martinez sends it ahead. Tipped all the way down. Goaltender Stuart Skinner a touch. Dropped it off for Ceci, who clears the zone. Off the stick. Knights pull it back. Theodore needles it ahead. Marchessault left wing. One-on-one with Ceci. Shoots it wide. Off the glass. All the way around and out of the zone. Theodore backs it up. Turns and plays it ahead to Barbashev at the red line. Swings it into the zone, but right between Eichel and Marchessault. Oilers have it again. Ceci plays it ahead all the way down. Hill makes the play behind his net. Theodore starts it out. Barbashev for Eichel. Up near the red line. Pulls around the cloud. Gains the blue. Backs his way left. Feeds the slot. Stone. Stick checked in the middle. Couldn't go anywhere with the puck. Oilers go the other way, right to left. Fogle. Up to the blue. He pitches it deep left corner. Back comes Nick Hague. Pivots off a check. Almost got a stick in the face there. Maybe it was a teammate's stick. Puck came out to the right point. Shot attempt goes wide. Stone on it. Clears it out. 2 minutes into the second. Oilers 3, Knights 0. Edmonton dumps it in. Oilers put it into the trapezoid where Hill slowed it up. Vegas coming out to center, left to right. Whitecloud up to the blue line. Drifts right. Banks it to himself. Right circle. He shoots. Through the net mouth and wide. Ends up off the far wall out to center. Oilers push it through the neutral zone. Vegas takes it back in its own end. Pietrangelo ahead to Whitecloud. Right side of center trying to loft it down. Howden now pulls it through the right circle. Drop pass for Stone. Sends it in front on his backhand, but it misses Nick Waugh. Oilers go the other way. 3 men at the line. Collision. Martinez went for the hip check. Missed it. Pietrangelo goes for a check. Both of the Knights go down. And the crowd appreciates that. And now a collision in the neutral zone. Nick Waugh was knocked over by Costin. Pietrangelo makes a stretch pass to Colasar, who comes in on the left wing. To the left corner for William Carrier. Carrier works left goal line. Looked to drop it in front, and looked like the follow-up of Carrier's stick got one of the Oilers in the face. And a penalty coming up. Darnell Nurse went down and then reached for his face. And high sticking will be a call against Carrier.
Vegas Golden 28, minor penalty, high sticking.
Vegas is reluctant right now to dump the puck in. They've made a number of turnovers already in the middle of the ice, and Edmonton continues to pound them. And now, back on the power play.
They've had 2 power plays. They're 1 for 2. Just one shot. It was a goal. Evan Bouchard scored at 7:38 of the first period. 2-minute minor to Carrier for high sticking. Power plays brought to you by SunPower, today's energy store. Oilers win the left circle faceoff. Along the near side and through the circle, Nugent-Hopkins feeds across to the back door, too much. Off the stick of Draisaitl and out to the right point, and it is now sent from the right point down low. Vegas gets it in the corner, can't clear it. High in the slot, Bouchard to the left. Draisaitl winds, does not shoot. Draisaitl, top of the left circle. Pass broken up by Smith. Pietrangelo reaching for it. It's loose in the slot. Nugent-Hopkins settles. Pulls. Hands it back. Bouchard over to the right wing side. McDavid to the goal line. Draisaitl. Lefty near the far corner, right wing. Low to high for Bouchard. Draisaitl again at the right half wall. Dropped it into the corner. Give and go. Out in front. It pinballs up the slot. Poked away. Out to the blue. It stays in. Nice reach by Bouchard. Second clear for the Knights. Does go all the way down from William Karlsson. Knights can only get a couple players off. Karlsson stays on. Stone has joined him. Stone a little bump on the forward progress made by McDavid, who comes into the zone. Slides it out high for Bouchard. To the left for Draisaitl. Walks toward the middle. Passes left McDavid near the dot. Pass broken up by Karlsson. Sweeps it out of the zone. Bouchard backs it up to the center logo. 45 on the power play for the Oilers. Down the right side. Draisaitl lost it. And it's Whitecloud back. Sent around the rim. It'll go all the way down the ice. Stone had collided with Nugent-Hopkins as the puck was sent up the near wall and all the way down.
The penalty kill has been much better in this game than earlier in the series.
Oilers coming into the zone with speed. A shot ushered aside by Hill. It was a slow-moving puck because Martinez got in the way of Evander Kane's shot attempt. Left goal line and drive. Saved by Hill. One-timer from Foegele. Inner rim in the left wing circle. Kane on the left. Feeds the middle. Challenge in the slot by Stevenson. Handled, though, by Foegele. Out high for Nurse. Now Kane shoots. Save. Hill holds on. 3 seconds to go on Carrier's minor for high sticking.
Well, Evander Kane, he doesn't have the zip on his shot that he has in seasons past. That horrific wrist injury, the cut earlier this year, and clearly it's affecting the way he shoots the puck, but he can still skate and he can still bang people, and he's been effective in that regard.
Left circle draw to the right of goaltender Adin Hill. Face-off won by Nick Watt for the Knights. Around behind. Haig let it go to Colasar, who clears the zone. Carrier out of the box. Tried to hand it off to Watt. That did not work. Puck slides all the way down to the Oilers zone. Colasar bumps his man. Watt goes after it on the forecheck, but the Oilers come out the other way. Kane sticks it through. Whitecloud centering pass. Hill slides over, stops Foegele at the back door, right side of the crease. From the far corner, it's in front for Whitecloud, who takes the puck, flings it ahead. Got it to Colasar off his stick, a deflected pass. It goes all the way down. Oilers give it away on the breakout. Eichel the steal. Vegas coming in. Barbashev to Marchessault, right side. Shot attempt blocked. Careens to the slot just behind Eichel's reach. Theodore slows the Oilers' breakout up to the Vegas line. Ceci. McNabb reached in. Tried to tie him up out high. Oilers managed to get it across to the left wing. Kostin from the left corner pokes it around to the far corner. Eichel went for the hip check. Oilers maintain possession. Now it's knocked free. Loose puck taken by Vegas. Theodore uses the right side of the neutral zone to get it out. Oilers take it right back in. Janmark motors behind the goal. He centered, went off his skate at the side of the net. Whitecloud gets decked behind the Vegas goal. And, Eichel got decked behind the Vegas goal. Here's a right wing shot. That is Hill making the save with his right pad. It's on the left side. Yamamoto shooting, glove save. Rebound in front. Sent out by McNabb. And it goes to the neutral zone. 13:15 to go, second period. Oilers 3, Golden Knights 0. Here in Game 4, Knights lead the series 2-1. Oilers have an offensive zone. Yamamoto from the left circle slides it behind. Draisaitl is there. Low to high, Bouchard. A slap shot, kick save. Rebound flops into the near corner, and Howden behind for Theodore. McNabb takes a hit, returned it to Theodore. Out to Howden, skates into the zone, right wing. On his backhand, tried to lower the shoulder. He's forced into the right corner. Knocked over. Now Marchessault whips it in front, missed everybody. Went off the kick plate. Instead of going out high to Martinez, it's picked up by McDavid, who brings it all the way down to the corner. Around behind the Vegas goal, and Stevenson starts the break out to Howden. Now Stone coming out in front of the Oilers bench. Forward pass, Martinez is in. Right circle, feeds the slot off an Oilers stick. It sails over to the far side. And now Edmonton clears the zone. 3 men at the Vegas line. Left wing, collision. Nurse couldn't get a shot away after a bump from Pietrangelo. Brown wanted a penalty call as Nurse went down after that contact. Oilers regroup at center and send it in. Hill makes a stop and he covers up with Zach Hyman rushing right in. And Hill does get the whistle.
One shot in the period for Vegas so far. That's it. Not getting it done right now, Dan. Not getting to the interior of the ice. Not creating much. And the Oilers now at 20 shots. It'll be 4-0 or 5-0 before you know it if Vegas keeps up this way. They've got to find a way to get simple and get north and start moving their feet. They are not engaged. They're not fast. None of the things we saw in Game 1 and Game 3. And all of the things we saw in Game 2.
Face off near circle. It'll be Stevenson. McDavid for the Oilers. He wins it for Nugent Hopkins. Curls around to the middle. He got a whistle. Interference call.
Pick.
On the face-off play by the Oilers. Referee Graham Skilliter calls interference.
Minor penalty interference.
That's Zach Hyman. The Knights will get a power play, but first a timeout. Oilers 3, Knights 0. 12 minutes to go in the second period. Presented by Dollar Loan Center, you're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
UMC, your hometown hospital since 1931, is proud to partner with our hometown team, the Vegas Golden Knights. As the team's exclusive hospital provider, we stand rinkside, ready to keep our Golden Knights in top shape, just as we stand by our community with the highest level of care in the state. It's UMC's commitment to excellence for everyone in our hometown. Visit us online at umcsn.com.
Hey, Golden Knights fans! Luck is overflowing at Yamaha Resort and Casino at San Manuel, Southern California's home of huge prizes and jackpots. Stay at our 4-star resort and experience world-class gaming, dining, and entertainment like never before. This March, don't miss your chance to win a 2023 Maserati Levante GT or up to $100,000 every Thursday. Details at Yamaha.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of double-stacked JVC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Back to more Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup playoff action with Dan Duba and Gary Lawless.
Power plays brought to you by SunPower, today's energy store. Golden Knights power play. 0 for 1. Had 3 shots on their power play in the opening minutes of the game. They trailed 3-0. 12 minutes to play in the second frame. Vegas wins the face-off, and Stone's stick broke on the play. He goes over to the bench, and then he tries to throw the loose stick out of the way, but went off the boards and went nowhere. Now it's Marchessault, a right-wing shot save. Theodore follows up, shoots, save. Rebound, swing and a miss by Stevenson. Fight for the puck. Marchessault gets it to the left circle. In the middle, a shot save. Loose puck, Oilers taken away. To the near side, pulled in by Jack Eichel. Out high for Theodore. To the right for Marchessault. He shoots. Wide left. Clanks off the far corner boards and out of the zone.
Stone's stick got slashed right out of his hands and broken. He was raising his hand to the ref.
Marchessault goes rink wide. He was also, as the puck goes out of play, he was also signaling to the bench, I need a new stick. I need a new stick. And then as he got a new one, he almost then tripped over the broken stick, tried to throw it out of the way. And it went off the sidewall, and it ended up in almost the same spot it had originally.
He's gone to the referee now again, though, and said he broke the stick right out of my hands. That's supposed to be a slashing call.
Just the second power play for the Knights today. 0 for 4 on Monday. 3 shots on goal. All 3 of them came on that third period power play. Oilers force a loose puck out to center. Theodore pulls it back to his own blue line. Out to the far side, Marchessault between the benches, and now Jonathan, flat-footed, plays it backward to Jack Eichel. 3 power play goals in the playoffs for Jack. Stevenson, who's got 6 overall, got it into the zone. Right wall Stone, pressured by McLeod. Out high Theodore, rings it behind for Jack Eichel. Helps it around the rim to Marchessault, left boards. Left corner, Jack Eichel, the righty on the deep left side. Out high Theodore at the blue line. Returns it left Eichel to the goal line. Stone. Back to the outside, Eichel on the left. Up top, Theodore. The lefty to the left. A shot from Eichel, saved. With Stone out in front. And a crowd gathers in front of Skinner. Linesmen jump in. And even as the linesman jumped in, one of those Oilers reached in with a stick and whacked Stone well after the play had ended.
Yeah, Mark is barking at the referee. He needs to keep us cool. Or maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
You know?
They have Stone checked by Ekholm into Desharnais, and then Desharnais shoves Stone, so he basically got a Mark Stone sandwich between those big defensemen. Ekholm at 6'4", Desharnais at 6'6". Left circle draw. Second unit is on for the Knights. Vegas wins the faceoff. Left side, Smith shoots, blocked. Rebound taken on the right side, and a point drive that is deflected out of play. Watt to Smith, and then out high for Pietrangelo, the sequence there. And the Knights will have a right circle draw coming up. 25 seconds left on the man advantage. Zach Hyman sitting for the Oilers. 3-0 Edmonton, 10:28 to go, second period.
Vegas says, again, they had 3 shots on the first power play, then 4 shots for...
Oilers win the faceoff. Clearing attempt goes off of Evander Kane. McDavid finds it and clears it the length of the ice. Knights recover the puck in their own zone. Here's Pietrangelo. Fake to pass right. Now he makes it left. Martinez up to the blue, dumps it in. Knights in pursuit with Watt on the right side. Now there's another penalty to the Oilers. Play continues. The first penalty is released. Edmonton touches it up. The Knights are going right back on the power play. Linesmen are separating a scrum in the corner far side as referee Chris Rooney skates away. He has a penalty to announce. Or maybe not. Let's see if he's going to announce it. He's looking to find the right player. He's signaling. It's a 3-0 Oilers lead with 10 minutes to go in the second. We'll be right back. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. This is the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Hi, I'm attorney Adam Kuttner. I grew up playing hockey. To win in hockey, you have to be aggressive, you have to work hard, and you have to have a great team. And it's no different when I'm representing my clients in their personal injury cases. My team and I work hard to get you the maximum settlement as quickly as possible, because winning is everything.
If you've been injured in an accident, ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 702-382-0000. That's 382-0000.
T-Mobile keeps you connected to your Vegas Golden Knights. Whether you're cheering for your favorite player at the Fortress or watching highlights in the air with in-flight Wi-Fi on us, get coverage beyond the expected. T-Mobile keeps you connected to the hat tricks, dirty dangles, and barn burners this season. Switch to T-Mobile now and stay connected to the Knights all season long. Go, Knights, go!
Coverage not available in some areas. Select U.S. airline in-flight Wi-Fi and international roaming are available, included in qualifying plans. See T-Mobile.com/travel.
I'm a talking gopher, here to encourage you to buy insurance. Because you should always listen to the advice of spokes animals. After all, who knows more about protecting your home and car than an articulate gopher like me? So let's get down to it.
This spokes animal has been interrupted by AAA Insurance. With affordable auto and home insurance, plus America's most recommended roadside, AAA doesn't need talking gophers because we offer coverage confidence. Visit AAA.com for details and choose coverage confidence. AAA. Outsmart life.
Back to the Knights versus the Oilers in their Stanley Cup playoff series with Dan Duba and Gary Lawless.
Golden Knights power play just expired with no goals but 3 shots. As that penalty was ended, goaltender Stuart Skinner illegally played the puck down below the goal line in the restricted area. It is a delay of game penalty against the Oilers. Hyman will serve it. The Knights will go to the power play again, basically consecutive power plays. They're 0 for 2 in the game. Zach Hyman serves the minor against goalie Stuart Skinner. Left circle draw coming up for the Knights. Stevenson to take it against Nick Bukestad. Stevenson wins it to the outside left Stone. Up top Theodore. Left wall Jack Eichel. Jack brings it below the dot. He shoots, snared by the goal-catching Stuart Skinner.
Skinner has bounced back big time after getting chased in Game 3. It's now perfect. Stop at 11 of 11.
We'll do it again in the left circle. Stevenson getting instructions from Bukestad on what to do here. And now the draw won by Bukestad to the corner. Ceci launches at the length of the ice. Line of the cage into the corner. Theodore recovers the puck. Knights left to right. Theodore swings it backward to Jack Eichel. Up to the red, across the blue. Works through the right circle. Out high Theodore to the left. Marchessault shot saved by Skinner.
No traffic right now on their shots.
Theodore high slot, made the quick pass left. Marchessault wound up, let her rip with no hesitation. Stevenson had gone down the slot, but he had already gone below the goal line by the time the puck got to Marchessault. Had Theodore shot it, Stevenson might have been in front, but that extra pass around to the left wing. Marchessault maybe had a better look. At least that's what Theodore thought. Oilers win this face-off. Cleared out by Derek Ryan off the wall near the Oilers bench and back to the Vegas end. Minute 20 on the power play. Knights trailing 3-0 in Game 4. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go, second period. Eichel comes ahead, weaves through the center logo, righty across the line. Hands it off on the left wing. Marchessault in. Passes right behind Stevenson. Oilers get it and clear. Theodore back to his own blue line. They head to Marchessault, who had 2 goals in the last game. His first 2 here in this postseason. Now 23 in his Golden Knights playoff career, the franchise record. Theodore backwards to Eichel. Cuts around to get the zone. Works across to the right side. Eichel rims it counterclockwise. On the left wall, Ataya. Stone to Marchessault. Up top, Theodore. To the right for Jack Eichel. On the right wall for the righty. Seam pass shot, muffed on goal. Marchessault shot it. It waffled into the air. Skinner makes the save. Stays with the knuckling puck, and he holds on.
Yeah, they got the look they wanted. And Marchessault, just one of those things. Trying the one-timer, he handcuffs himself.
Left circle face-off. Won by the Knights. To the point. Smith back and forth with Pietrangelo. Straight on. He shoots off the post. Rebound in front. Barbashev trying to hand it off. Draisaitl struck by Carlson. Then he gave it away. Oilers have the puck coming out shorthanded 2-on-2. Draisaitl left. McDavid in the circle. Shoots. Saved by Hill. Rebound in front for the Knights. Carlson ahead. To Watt. Through the center logo. Left wing. Down the board. Smith. Penalty time expires. Oilers get it. Out of the box, Zach Hyman. Vegas manages to keep the puck in the zone. A shot from the left wing misses the net. That coming from Riley Smith. Clanks around the wall and out. Martinez back to his own zone. Vegas's power play. No goals on 3 chances. They have managed 9 shots during their 3 power plays. They have 1 shorthanded shot on goal, meaning they only have 3 shots at even strength today. Oilers coming ahead right to left. They have 2 goals at even strength, 1 on the power play. Oilers get it in. Turnover behind the goal. Martinez intercepts a pass. And now it's Zach Whitecloud skating ahead. His forward pass blocked by McLeod. Oilers again, countering at the Vegas line. Across to the left wing, Yamamoto. Out in front, a tip try. Broken up by Martinez. With the play made by Ryan McLeod on the redirect. It's in the near corner. Fight for the puck. Brett Howden pulls it loose. To the middle of the ice and Zach Whitecloud. Further left, Carrier clears the zone. Colasar lands a hit. Shoving in the neutral zone. And then Colasar gave a whack on Bouchard. Got to be careful there. It's one thing to land a hit. We've already seen the Knights called for 2 slashing minors today, plus a high stick. Knights get it in. Oilers turn it over. Here's Stone. He mishandled the puck. It comes out to center. Stevenson reaches in on Fogle. Waffling puck to the Vegas end near side. Haig check to the boards as the puck came up the wall. Ridden behind by Bukestad. Theodore and Hager there for the Knights. Around behind for Mike Amadio. Now it's Haig. Tries to get position, but it's Fogle instead for the Oilers. Using the back of the net, tried to pass it to himself, but it's taken away by Amadio. Stone clears the zone, hoping to find Stevenson coming out, but it's taken away by Desharnais. Vegas gets it again at center. Stevenson floats it into the circle. Bukestad knifes it out. And swept to the line by McNabb. Out high for the Oilers, Ceci. Dropped it off for a shot. Blocker saved by Hill. On the left, Nugent Hopkins, his own rebound, sent it through the slot untouched. Out high on the left, Nurse shoots it wide. Rebound, right circle. McDavid in the middle, a shot, score! Nugent Hopkins. Edmonton 4, Vegas 0, 5:15 to go, second period. First goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs for Ryan Nugent Hopkins in his 10th game. He's now got 7 points with an assist today. Now he's got a goal, make it 8.
Vegas gets caught on a long shift. Barbashev, Eichel, Marchessault out there for a long time. Can't get it clear. And then it's a great feed in the middle. Nugent Hopkins from McDavid. Through traffic. Hill doesn't see it.
12th-year veteran Ryan Nugent Hopkins just turned 30 a few weeks ago. Once upon a time, second in the Calder voting, beaten out by Gabriel Landeskog. 37 goals, 104 points in the regular season, appearing in all 82 games. Career high in goals, assists, points, plus, minus, power play goals, power play assists. Career year for Nugent Hopkins, but he had not found the back of the net in his first 9 playoff games this year. He's got one today. 4-0 Oilers. 5:08 to go in the second. We'll take a break. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Bet like the pros with Circa Sports, the official jersey sponsor of the Vegas Golden Knights. Get all the benefits of the world's largest sportsbook right at your fingertips with the Circa Sports app. Experience the highest betting limits, lowest hold percentage, and the best customer service. Download your new bookie today and bet like a pro from anywhere in Nevada. CircaSports.com, the official jersey sponsor of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Hey, Chuck, who uses Dollar Loan Center? I mean, do you have a typical customer?
Our customers are from all walks of life, all income levels, full-time people, part-time people, renters, homeowners, you name it. I think most people are surprised that our customers are 50-50 men and women and that our average customer makes over $40,000 a year. I can tell you this, our customers are great people and they're loyal to the DLC.
And how long do people usually keep their loans out?
The first week is free and they can keep the loan out for up to a year. But most folks pay it off in a few weeks to save the most money.
That was Chuck. And to celebrate 25 years in business, he's offering free loans to all new customers. No fee to apply and a week of free interest. We have over 50 locations. Apply over the phone or online at don'tbebroke.com. Don't forget, your first loan is free in 2023 at the DLC.
Free loan means if you pay off your loan in 1 week or less, the interest is free. You are still required to repay the principal amount. Licensed by Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet the normal loan qualifications. To review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
Back to the Knights versus the Oilers in their Stanley Cup playoff series with Dan Duba and Gary Lawless.
Welcome back. 5:08 left in the second. Oilers 4, Knights 0. Nugent Hopkins from McDavid and Nurse at 14:45. Only goal here in the second period after the Knights had Couple of power plays, they could not convert. Pietrangelo hit a post, but Knights still held off the board. Only 13 shots, 9 of the 13 on the power play. Now they come in at even strength. Left wing shot. Carrier got it on goal, but a save by Skinner to his right. Colasar in the left corner. There with Nicholas Watt. Nurse shoves Colasar off the puck. Now a shoulder from Nurse to Colasar off the puck again. Out to the left point, Martinez holds the line, rims it all the way around. Here on the near side, waiting for it, was Clint Costin. Up to the Vegas line, poke free. Costin dumps it in.
That's another example of how to sink Vegas is. That rim goes all the way around. No one there to pick it up.
Stone's line has come on with Howden. Brett scampers backward. Hands it off to Martinez. Forward on the right wing. Stone slides it in. Stevenson gives chase. Lands a check in the corner. Stone fighting for the puck. He comes out to the line. Held in momentarily by Theodore. Now it rattles back across the line. Oh, hit from Draisaitl. Knocked Howden to the ice. Puck from the neutral zone. Theodore sends it in. Skinner waiting for it in the trapezoid. Oh, a turnover almost. Draisaitl nearly muffed it in front of his own net as the goaltender had not yet gotten back to his crease. Vegas has the puck in the zone now. Theodore left, back and forth. Theodore shoots over the crossbar, off the glass. Desharnais handles it for the Oilers. And it's sent out of play, and that could be delay of game here. Let's see.
Yep, automatic.
Penalty number 73. On a penalty delay again.
Vegas will get its fourth power play of the game, trailing 4-0 with 3:32 to go in the second period.
That kind of unbelievable. If you said this was what the penalties were going to be at this stage of the game, and Vegas is, and the fact that they've only given up one power play goal against, and they're down 4-0. 3 even strength goals for Edmonton. That hasn't been their calling card in the playoffs so far. Vegas is getting beat to a lot of pucks. Edmonton way better at 5-on-5 so far tonight. And Vegas has come up with nothing on 3 power plays.
Vegas wins the face-off on the left. Theodore into the circle for Eichel. Try to shove it back up on the backhand. It got tipped. Theodore does get it eventually. On the right, Marchessault looking across, maybe to Carlson. Went off Cece's stick. Marchessault. Theodore to the left for Eichel. Down to the goal line. In front of shot save. You've got William Karlsson in the spot where Chandler Stevenson typically would be. Stone, Karlsson, Eichel, Theodore, Marchessault, the unit for the Knights right now. 90 seconds on the Vegas power play. 3 minutes to go in the period. Right side, Marchessault shoots. Tipped high. Goes off the far glass. Stays in play. Eichel settles it on the left wing. Now chased by Nugent Hopkins. To the left corner for Eichel. At the goal line. Passes up top, Theodore. Straight on. Fakes, passes left to the goal line. Stone closing, side of the net. Karlsson couldn't get a stick on it. Oilers coming the other way. Right to left, near side of center, pitched in by Bukestad. Minute to go on the power play. Vinny Desharnais is the defenseman, 6'6" big man in the box. Vegas left to right. Theodore works around pressure from Yamamoto. Hard pass right, beyond the reach of Smith, cleared out by the Oilers. Waugh backs it up to his own end. Hard break on the near side wall to turn up ice. From the ready, passes left. Tipped in by Stevenson. Jack Eichel still out there. Bouncing puck comes out high. Tapped right. Smith on the weak side. Smith now engaged. He is forced out of the zone. Smith back to his own blue line. 25 on the power play. Give and go with Eichel. Look out. Dangerous crisscross traffic in the neutral zone. Riley almost had his head taken off. Kulak gets it in for McDavid. McDavid to the side of the goal. Eichel breaks it up. There's no shot. Vegas going the other way. Tipped in by Smith on a stretch pass. Knights need to change players. Eichel's been out there the entire power play. 5 seconds to go. Short-handed. Edmonton coming ahead. 2-on-3. In the middle of the shot. Blocker saved by Hill. McDavid goes down. Crowd wanted a call after McDavid put the shot on goal. McDavid gets the puck in the neutral zone. 1:22 to go in the period. 4-0 Oilers. Vegas power play is now 0 for 4. Here's a right wing shot by Edmonton. Hill got a piece with his blocker. Angled it to the near side. It goes to the neutral zone. Nurse put it back in. Pietrangelo brings it ahead, but the Knights are offside. 1:07 left in the period.
Yeah, McDavid smells blood right now. He's picked it up a couple of gears. A fantastic individual effort to get in real close to having a chance on Hill, and he throws it across the slot. He should have shot. He's got a clear look here. And he goes down to the corner to get to Janmark, who's on the goal line. No chance there.
1:07 to go in the second. Warren Fogle has an equipment issue, so he's got to skate over to his bench and flings a piece of plastic to his teammates. McLeod will take the drop against Brett Howden. And the Oilers eventually control a loose puck. They go right to left. We hit the final minute of the second period. It's brought to you by Credit One. 1 to go. 4-0 Edmonton in Game 4. Oilers trying to tie the series today and hand the Knights their first road loss of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Vegas 3-0. In the regular season, tied for the second best road record. The third if you use the tiebreaker, but go by points percentage. It was tied for second. Oilers in the offensive zone with 30 seconds left in the period. Colasar reaches in far side, then lands a check and eventually takes the puck away. Whitecloud pitches the puck to the offensive line. Through the left circle, Smith bounced over his stick with Kulak defending. Oilers room it around and out. Whitecloud grabs it center logo. The righty turns up ice. High slot Carlson. Banks the left circle, Whitecloud. Put it towards the middle, broken up. Oilers collapsing around the slot. Whitecloud then knocked over in the far circle. Puck is out of the zone, and that does it for the period. Oilers extend their lead to 4-0 as we hit the second intermission. After 3 goals in the first period, scored by Bugstad, Bouchard, and Ekholm, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets his first of the playoffs from McDavid and Nurse at 14:45, and the Oilers lead 4-0 after 40 minutes of play. The only goal in the period for the Oilers, the Knights had 3 power plays, 4 for the game, but they have not scored on any of their 10 power play shots on goal. They managed 9 shots for the period, a game total of 15. Oilers had 16 shots in the second period, a game total of 27. And it is 4-0 as we go to the second intermission.
Leon Draisaitl at the end of the period, he throws kind of one of those reverse body checks, and he might be the best in the NHL at it. He looks for contact. He's like a running back that lowers his shoulder at the point of contact. He waits for someone to come to him, and then he dips back with his shoulder, and he hammers people. He hits Zach Whitecloud at the end of the period and knocks him on his can, and then skates after Zach and just barks at him, basically saying, I am the man tonight, and don't try anything because I'm going to keep knocking you down. Leon is feeling it right now.
Had no points last game. First time in the playoffs he had been held scoreless. No goals today, but he does have 1 assist. So in the series, 6 goals, 1 assist for Leon Draisaitl. In the playoffs, 13 goals, 5 helpers. That's 18 points. Most in the playoffs. Not too far behind Connor McDavid, who's got a couple of points today. Now up to 17 here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. 2 helpers today. So, McDavid, 5 goals, 12 assists, 15 points in this series. 2 goals, 5 assists. That's 7 points in not quite 4 full games. Connor McDavid, who, of course, had an unbelievable regular season. 153 points, including 64 goals, appearing in all 82 games. McDavid won his 5th Art Ross Trophy for most points in the league, and his first Rocket Richard most goals in the league. 20 goals more than his previous high. He had 44 last year, which was 7th in the league. This regular season, 64. For a point of reference, the Knights' leader was Marchessault with 28. We have the intermission report coming up with Ryan Wallace. We'll take you through what has happened so far this evening in this game and around the Stanley Cup playoffs. All that and more. 4-0 Edmonton over Vegas in Game 4 at Rogers Place in Alberta. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is a bacon or sausage egg croissant plus small seasoned potatoes for $3. It's the breakfast that don't miss. So if you did miss Wendy's breakfast, don't imagine fresh cracked eggs, sizzling sausage, crispy bacon, and block out those hot, buttery, flaky croissants. Croissants don't really make a sound, but if they did, for a breakfast that don't miss, Wendy's is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Select a request $3 breakfast deal to obtain discount. Not valid for a la carte combo orders.
Hockey fans, are you ready for the playoffs? The time has come for the ultimate showdown on the ice, and the excitement is in the air. Don't miss a single second of the playoff action. Head to the Betfred at Mohegan Sun Sportsbook inside Virgin Hotels Las Vegas for the ultimate watch party to catch all of the high-stakes games. Plus, when you make a $25 bet, you'll get an entry for your chance to win lower-level Knights playoff tickets. The Betfred at Mohegan Sun Sportsbook is the place to be. Must be 21 years of age. Wagers only accepted in Nevada.
Hey Chuck, I saw on CNN that over 40% of the American population can't cover a $400 emergency expense. Is that true?
The bad news? Yes, 100% true. The good news, this is exactly the group of folks we welcome every day at Dollar Loan Center. I can't tell you how many times I've told the critics of our industry to simply walk into a bank and try to borrow a couple $1,000. Most banks won't even take your application, Craig. We get it at Dollar Loan Center. We're here for you, the real people in Nevada who run into a pinch every now and then.
That was Chuck, and to celebrate 25 years in business, he's offering free loans to all new customers. No fee to apply and a week of free interest. We have over 50 locations. Apply over the phone or online at don'tbebroke.com. Don't forget, your first loan is free in 2023 at the DLC.
Free loan means if you pay off your loan in 1 week or less, the interest is free. You are still required to repay the principal amount. Licensed by Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet the normal loan qualifications. For review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
Jack Daniels has always made whiskey, and if they have it their way, they always will. But there's one thing Jack can't make more of: moments. Those are on us to create. You see, hockey fans, we only get one shot at this thing called life. So let's make sure we're making the most of every moment, whether it's showing up for our team or sipping a glass of Jack while cheering at the radio. Don't let a single moment go to waste. Make it count. Jack Daniels.
Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2022 Jack Daniels. All rights reserved.
Listen up! Your share at winning over $500,000 in free fuel and products is just a tap away with the Terrible Social House app.
Yes!
With a qualifying purchase at the pump or in-store, you can shop, spin, and win directly on your phone. Win free products that you could redeem instantly in-store, or, if you're feeling lucky, you could land on free fuel towards your next fill-up. Shop, spin, and win. Download and play today. Terribles. Deliberately different since 1959. Go to terribles.com for more details.
Now, here's Ryan Wallace with the Intermission Report on the Golden Knights Radio Network.
The second intermission is presented by Barry's Downtown Prime at Circle Las Vegas. The Golden Knights trail the Edmonton Oilers 4-0 after 2 periods of play. Taking a look at the highlights in this game, we go back to the first period, and both teams open the game with strong penalty kills. Then, as they've done in every game this series, the Oilers got on the board first as Nick Bjugstad cashed in on the rebound.
Vegas in its own zone. Theodore, he is challenged in his own zone. Loose puck shot high. Rebound, they score! Shea Theodore was stripped near his own goal and never recovered. The Oilers take a 1-0 lead.
Third of the postseason for Nick Bjugstad from Clem Costin at 6:46 of the first period, made it 1-0 Edmonton. The Golden Knights would take another penalty, and Evan Bouchard wasted little time teeing up his 4th of the postseason.
Oilers to the power play for the second time. They only had 2 all game. Here's a drive. Score! Bouchard from the right side. Power play goal. It took 9 seconds. Edmonton leads 2-0.
Evan Bouchard from Connor McDavid and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 7:38 of the first period made it 2-0 Edmonton, a power play goal. Later on in the period, Mark Stone was cross-checked from behind. No call on that play, and Matthias Ekholm skated down the ice and extended the Oilers' lead.
Dropped it off. Theodore centered. Out in front alone. Stone is checked into the crossbar. Puck goes wide. Stone's face went into the crossbar. He was checked from behind. There is no call. Draisaitl comes in on the left to drive. That misses from Ekholm. Comes around the boards near side. Draisaitl to the left. Ekholm shoots. He scores. Ekholm makes it 3-0.
Matthias Ekholm's first of the postseason from Leon Draisaitl and Kyler Yamamoto. 13:30 of the first period made it 3-0 Edmonton. The Oilers would take that 3-0 lead into the second period, and after failing to convert on back-to-back power play chances for the Golden Knights, the Oilers found their forecheck, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scored his first of the postseason.
On the left, Nugent-Hopkins, his own rebound, sent it through the slot untouched. Out high on the left, Nurse shoots it wide. Rebound, right circle, McDavid in the middle, a shot, score! Nugent-Hopkins. Edmonton 4, Vegas 0, 5:15 to go, second period.
First of the postseason for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from Connor McDavid and Darnell Nurse. 14:45 of the second period made it 4-0 Edmonton, and that's where we stand after 2 periods of play. You know, when you look at it from the Golden Knights' perspective, their power play had some great opportunities and great chances in that second period. Stuart Skinner was good, solid for sure, but, you know, for Vegas, it's a 3-0 game. You get back-to-back power play opportunities. At some point, your power play has to be a difference maker for you in the playoffs. The Golden Knights 5-on-5 play up until this game has been so solid, so structured, and when you have a game where the Edmonton Oilers are finding their 5-on-5 footing, what you want, what you hope for is that your power play comes through for you. So far through 2 periods, it has not for the Vegas Golden Knights. Not too sure how many more opportunities they'll have the rest of this game, but it does feel like a missed opportunity there in the second period. Out-of-town scores are presented by Betfred. Visit Betfred at Mohegan Sun Sportsbook inside the Virgin Hotel. The Toronto Maple Leafs stave off elimination, defeat the Florida Panthers 2-1 in game number 4. Game 5 goes Friday afternoon. The Golden Knights Express is operating now to get you to and from the Fortress. Fees are only $4 round trip with stops all over the valley. For more information, visit rtcsnb.com today. We're back with more on the Intermission Report, presented by Dollar Loan Center. It's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
There's sports betting, and then there's Circa Las Vegas, an adults-only sports watching nirvana. Now you can watch up to 19 games at the world's largest sportsbook on a 78 million pixel, 3-story mega screen. Plus, it's always spectator season at America's largest pool amphitheater, Stadium Swim. Stadium Swim is open 365 days a year and features all sports on an epic 143-foot screen. Book your reservation at CircaLasVegas.com. Circa Las Vegas. This is sports the way it should be.
Hey, Knights fans, T-Mobile covers more interstate highway miles than any other 5G network. So whether you're home or away, you can still defend the fortress. This season, get the assist from T-Mobile and score a hat trick with your 5G coverage. You'll get the largest, the fastest, and, according to Umlaut, the most reliable 5G network in the game. With nationwide coverage and blazing fast speed, you can follow all the Knights' action from where you are. Only with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Go, Knights, go!
Capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or feature. Most reliable according to independent third-party Umlaut from crowdsourced user experience data from January to July 2021. Fastest 5G according to Open Signal Awards based on average speeds in USA 5G user experience report January 2021. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, shiatsu, bottle service. Yeah, hit me. Shop till you drop. And then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be a member? Visit MGMRewards.com for more. Earning and redemption limitations may apply to certain purchases in certain states.
Hi, I'm David Wise, 3-time Olympic medalist and proud Nevadan. I'm a registered donor. Did you know that more than 100,000 people in America are waiting on a life-saving transplant? I support Nevada Donor Network's efforts to raise awareness on organ, eye, and tissue donation. One heroic donor can save and heal up to 75 lives. Everyone has the power to be someone's hero. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
We're about to start the third period, but first, here's Ryan Wallace with the intermission wrap-up on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The Vegas Nighthawks' second season is underway at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson. Don't miss your chance to bring the family out to a game and catch the excitement of the Indoor Football League. Visit nighthawksfootball.com for details. See the mission report, the Golden Knights trail the Edmonton Oilers 4-0 after 2 periods of play. Stats of the period presented by the UPS Store, your locally owned print and business services center. Shots 16-9 in favor of the Oilers in that second period. Shot attempts 19-18, the slight edge to the Golden Knights. Scoring chances 8-6 Edmonton, and high danger chances 3-0 in favor of the Oilers. In all situations, according to Natural Statric. Hits 34-24 Edmonton. Vegas 0-4 on the power play. Edmonton 1-3 on the power play. The Golden Knights with 6 giveaways, 3 takeaways, and 9 block shots. Edmonton 10 giveaways, 7 takeaways, and 10 block shots. So for the Golden Knights, a little bit more output there in the second period. A lot of that is largely due to the power play opportunities for the Vegas Golden Knights. But again, unable to solve Stuart Skinner, unable to get the traffic to the net when needed it most, and then on the heels of not converting on those power play opportunities, the Edmonton Oilers march down the ice, take advantage of a long shift for the likes of Jack Eichel and Ivan Barbashev, and then they add to their lead. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's very similar to what we were talking about after the second period in game number 2. If you're the Golden Knights, your objective here is to go out and win a period. If you can win the period by 4 or 5 goals, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Now, you're not going to get 4 back in the first shift. You're not going to get 4 back in the first minute. But what you can do is start to slowly chip away. All it takes is 1 goal to kind of nudge momentum into the right side of things for the Vegas Golden Knights. So you have to come out moving your feet. And frankly, I want to see more physicality out of the Golden Knights. It's 4-0. Why not? The Edmonton Oilers have been running around. They have been hitting all night long, finishing every single check. If I'm the Vegas Golden Knights going into this third period, I want to beat the Oilers. I want to win the period, but I also want to beat them physically too. Third period action's coming up next. Dan and Gary, they've got the call. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
With the Smiths app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at smithsfoodanddrug.com. Smiths, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
The playoffs are here, and Golden Knights fans can discover why BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every playoff game mean more than ever. Go for the goal with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL and the Vegas Golden Knights.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 plus to wager. Nevada only. Please gamble responsibly. For help, please call 1-800-522-4700. MGMResorts.com/GameSense.
Now, Chuck, I know that you're the brains behind DLC, but you really have some amazing staff members.
Our customers just love them, Craig. How many loan companies do you know with thousands of great reviews on Google and Yelp?
None. That's how many.
Check this out. Quite a few of our staff even started out as Dollar Loan Center customers and had such a good experience, they came to work for us. Our goal has always been to make people feel comfortable and treat them with respect, and our staff nails it.
I heard you have a new catchphrase this year?
We do. Your first loan is free in 2023.
That was Chuck, and to celebrate 25 years in business, he's offering free loans to all new customers. No fee to apply and a week of free interest. We have over 50 locations. Apply over the phone or online at don'tbebroke.com. Don't forget, your first loan is free in 2023 at the DLC.
Free loan means if you pay off your loan a month or less, the interest is free. You are still required to repay the principal amount. Licensed by Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet the normal loan qualifications. To review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
Hi, I'm attorney Adam Kuttner. I grew up playing hockey. To win in hockey, you have to be aggressive, you have to work hard, and you have to have a great team. And it's no different when I'm representing my clients in their personal injury cases. My team and I work hard to get you the maximum settlement as quickly as possible, because winning is everything.
If you've been injured in an accident, ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 702-382-0000. That's 382-0000.
Stay up to date with the latest from the NHL and the Vegas Golden Knights. Here on Fox Sports Las Vegas, 98.9 FM and 1340 AM KKGK Las Vegas.
Back to the Knights versus the Oilers in their Stanley Cup playoff series on the Vegas Golden Knights radio network with Dan Duba and Gary Lawless.
Live at ringside at Rogers Place in Edmonton. Golden Knights trail the Oilers 4-0. Vegas leads the series 2-1, but Edmonton 20 minutes away from tying it up. The series will ship to Las Vegas Game 5 Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific. I'm Dan Duva with Golden Knights insider Gary Lawless. Gary is brought to us by Findlay Honda of Henderson.
Well, we'll be back in Vegas tomorrow and driving our brand new Honda Pilot over to City National Arena and then Friday to T-Mobile Arena.
Ready to go to start the third. Carlson, Amadio, and Smith up front for the Knights. Pietrangelo, Martinez back on defense. Oilers dump it in. Hill helps it over to Pietrangelo. Vegas on the breakout. Net at neutral ice. Bouchard cranks it back in. Bouchard with one of the goals for Edmonton today. It was number 2. The lone power play goal. The other 3 for Edmonton. The 5-on-5. From neutral ice, Carlson across the line. Pulls and shoots. Glove save Skinner. And he holds up. Well, of course, if we told you that after 2 periods the Oilers would have a 4-0 lead, you'd guess that special teams would have a big hand in it. And I suppose to a degree that's true, but not the way you'd expect. Knights power play has had 4 cracks, 0 for 4, 10 shots. That does not include a post hit by Pietrangelo. Oilers have just 1 of their goals on the power play, the other 3 at 5-on-5. Bjugstad's 3rd of the playoffs, 1st of the series. Bouchard's 4th of the playoffs. And now puck sails out of play from the draw in the right circle. Bouchard now has 2 in this series. Ekholm's 1st of the playoffs, then Nugent-Hopkins' 1st of the playoffs. Right circle draw won by the Knights. Eichel, quick stick, glove save Skinner. Right circle face-off, came to Jack at the inner rim of the right wing circle. Put it on goal in a blink. Well, a couple more even strength shots on goal. Putting the Knights up to 17 overall. 10 of those 17 during their 4 power plays. Face-off right side again, Barbashev. Barbashev won 4 out of 5 draws last game. Here the Oilers win it, but a challenge on a loose puck. Yamamoto lost it, went out high to McNabb. Eichel then got the puck. His left wing shot blocked, comes to center. Knights tag up. Eichel couldn't get to the loose puck. Draisaitl hands it off. Cody Ceci, the defenseman, plays it right wing. Yamamoto across the line, got it down into the corner. Picked up by Vegas. Loose puck comes to the slot. Marchessault slides it ahead, went under the stick of Theodore. Got by Jack Eichel, too. Oilers take it back in their own zone. Errant pass. Ceci has to scamper back. Marchessault goes in. 5 shots on goal for Marchessault. The Golden Knights lead. Jonathan couldn't get it in the trapezoid. Edmonton can't clear it. Hay keeps it in the zone. Swings it back to the corner. It gets through Brett Howden, but Skinner plays it behind his goal. Oilers muff the breakout. Stevenson's pass toward Howden broken up. And the Oilers clear the zone. It lands back at the Vegas blue line. Haig is there. Forward pass blocked by Nugent-Hopkins. Comes backward, and now it's Zach Whitecloud behind his own goal. With Haig, Vegas moves up ice. Forward pass misses Stevenson. It's an icing. It went right through him. And the icing whistle will bring the draw back to the Vegas end. We're in the opening 2 minutes of the third period. Oilers 4, Golden Knights 0 here in Game 4.
It's almost the penalty that the power play that Vegas had in the first minute of the game. It almost knocked them out of their rhythm. You know, when they played the other night, all they did was dump the puck in early, again and again and again, and it established their forecheck. They got moving up the ice together. Never happened tonight, and listen, I'm not suggesting that's the difference in the game, but there are a lot of special teams in the first period. Vegas never got to its game.
Oilers win the faceoff. Playing around to the right, a Nugent-Hopkins shot tipped on its way in. Hill sucks it to his chest, seals it there for the whistle. Well, the other part of it is now, just to be clear, you got 2 delay of game penalties against the Oilers. It's not as though the 4 Vegas power plays are the result of bad penalties, with sticks and hooks and things like that by the Oilers. As I mentioned, their goaltender took a delay of game minor, and then Desharnais took a delay of game minor, putting the puck over the glass. Go back to the earlier power plays. Hyman interfered with Stone, and you mentioned, Gary, in the opening minute of the game, McLeod for tripping Mike Emmanuel. Knights clear the zone after the faceoff. Oilers cut it off in the neutral zone. Stone with Stevenson and Howden. Back and forth. Puck just bouncing around at center. Oilers eventually take over. Point is that the Oilers have been very aggressive and very physical, and at times violent in their physicality today, as Bouchard works in on the right side. Haig lands a check on Bouchard. The penalties have not been called in this game as a result of that aggressive type of play. Theodore was called for slashing twice, but neither time was it violent slashing. And so on and so on. Out of his own zone, Zach Whitecloud, run into by Clean Costin. Costin has been quite physical here today. Carries the puck in on the right side. And a hard hit from Costin on Whitecloud. Puck ends up behind the Vegas net, and Alec Martinez banks it to center. Try to get a tip, and he did. It goes in on goal, so no icing, and it is covered by Skinner. Clean Costin just celebrated his birthday last week. 24-year-old. But Whitecloud into the wall. Costin is from Russia, drafted by the Blues in the first round 2017. Came over from St. Louis for this year. Traded on October 9th. Face-off left circle. Here's Carlson. Will go up against Nick Bukestad. Bukestad came over in a trade on March 2nd with Cam Dineen for a minor leaguer and a draft pick. Puck ends up out of play over on the Oilers bench. Right circle draw coming up for the Knights.
Well, it's weird. Vegas had one game like this in round one, the first game of the playoffs against Winnipeg, and then were strong for 4 straight. Now they've had 2 games in this series where they have been outskated, outbattled, outraced, you name it, outcompeted, all that stuff, outscored.
Oilers win a face-off in their own zone and clear. Yeah, it's this series, it's the Carolina series, the Devils, both series they've played. There have been lopsided affairs. Knights send it down, it'll be an icing whistle. Hey, you look at that Devils-Carolina series, the Hurricanes won 5-1 and 6-1. Then the Devils won 8-4. Then Carolina comes back and wins 6-1. Here in this series, Vegas took the first one 6-4, but it wasn't quite that close. Oilers take the next game 5-1. Vegas takes the next game 5-1, and this one's 4-0. That's in stark contrast to what you might expect for teams that finish just 2 points away from each other in the standings. From the faceoff, trickling puck comes to the side of Adin Hill's net, but he's down and keeps it away from the crease. From the right point, Desharnais' drive missed. Left point shot comes on goal, saved by Hill. Played up the far wall by Emmanuel. Got through Carlson. It spins its way down toward the Oilers' end. No icing. Both sides change. 4 minutes into the third. Oilers lead the Knights 4-0 in Game 4. Edmonton left to right. Ceci near side of center. And the dump in will be an icing. And it's not as though there have been drastic changes to the lineup. You know, Adin Hill starts today because Brossoit was injured, but, Hill played more than 50 minutes in relief in Game 3 and was perfect. It's been the same starter, Stuart Skinner, each of the games for the Oilers, though he did get yanked last game halfway through. The Knights have gone with the same configuration of forwards, not only the same skaters, but the same configuration. Derek Ryan didn't play the first game of the series, but Matthias Janmark back in today. Like, these are not big changes to the lineup from game to game in any respect. Here's Nick Hague from the high slot. Put it behind for Eichel. Centered. Barbashev's shot shrugged off. Rebound comes to the near side. Barbashev again. Put it down into the corner. Eichel is there. Left goal line. Walks out in front. Stick check. It was poked away by the goaltender, Stuart Skinner. Eichel behind the net. Tried to hand it off to Whitecloud, who was pinched in, but it was knocked away. Whitecloud grabbed it at the right wall. Behind the net, Eichel to Marchessault. Weaving at the left wall. Checked off by Ceci. Eichel still deep on the left. Out high for Hague. Lefty fakes. Passes right. Whitecloud. He shoots. Blocked by Kostin. He goes down in the heat. Oilers play it up the wall. Kept in by Whitecloud. Plays it into the right corner for Jack Eichel. Jack tries to protect the puck. He is stripped, and it is sent to the line. Whitecloud grabs it just outside the blue line, so Vegas will have to clear out. 5 minutes gone in the third period. Oilers lead 4-0. Vegas dumps it back in. On the breakout, Edmonton gives the puck away. Waugh finds it in the slot. McNabb chips the loose puck far corner. Colasar goes for a check on Ekholm, but not before he cleared the zone. Vegas cuts it off at center. Theodore back with Nicholas Waugh. Nick rips it up the left wing side for Will Carrier. Charges down the left wall, shoulder to shoulder with a defenseman. Still fighting for it left wing. Oilers pull it loose. Out they go, left to right. Evander Kane chips it toward the goal. Hill slows it up. And McNabb hands it off. Breakout pass made by Theodore. Carried along by Watt alongside Carrier. Watt got tripped up. He gets up and shoots. He scores! Water. Circle and roofs it by Skinner. And the Knights now trail 4-1. 14 minutes to go in the third.
Great work by this line. They battled for the whole shift, and that's what happens when you get inside on Stuart Skinner. You give yourself a chance. This is Nick Waugh right on top of Skinner, and Nick has great hands in tight. Wow, what a pass from Carrier. And you're right, like a cross-check from Draisaitl. Waugh pops up, comes back up. This is fantastic from Nick Waugh.
First goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs for Nick. Thought he had one last game, but it was taken off the board because of a coach's review for goaltender interference. Martinez had the first try, save, rebound, Watt. Thought he had put it in, but then the goal was reviewed and taken off the board. Just seconds later, though, Vegas scored anyway. And Watt and Martinez still got points, but it was Chandler Stevenson who got the goal. That was during 4-on-4 play. Oilers get an offensive zone takeaway. Pietrangelo was stripped. He got it back, but then he takes it right back away. Oilers in the offensive zone deep on the right wing side. Pulled loose by Howden. Across to Pietrangelo skating ahead. Curls back at his own blue line. As new players will come on for the Knights. Watt from Carrier and Theodore at 5:58. Carrier's first point of the postseason. Appearing in his fifth game. Oilers get a neutral zone steal. In comes Ryan. Feeds the slot. Broken up in the middle. Good reach by Mike Amadio on the back check. Stopping McLeod. Now at the right goal line. Carlson angles it behind his own goal. Tracked down by Ryan McLeod for the Oilers on the left wing. Rims it around to the near side right. 3 Oilers are there. Amadio hustling to push it up the boards. Ryan knocked it loose. Now on the right it's McLeod toward the goal. Dropped it in front. Nobody home. Smith on it for Vegas. Needles the pass out to center. Amadio comes up to the line. Across the line, passing right wing. Carlson lost it in his skates. Edmonton takes it away. Up to the red line, pitched in by Fogle.
They wouldn't want to have a counter on how many times Vegas has turned the puck over trying to enter Edmonton zone.
Knights coming across the line, left wing, Marchessault. He is stood up by Bouchard. Puck did get to the corner. Around the rim, cleared down by the Oilers, and it will be an icing.
Yep.
12:10 to go in the third period. Oilers 4, Knights 1. Nick Waugh has 3 points in the playoffs. They have come in this series. 1 goal and 2 assists. Today his 9th playoff game, appearing in all 9. 48th career playoff game, and now 6 goals. Last time he scored a goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs, of course, overtime in Montreal, Game 4. 11 games without a goal in between. from the face-off. Distant shot by Marchessault, right wing. Gloved and held by Skinner for the whistle.
Since Vegas has scored, and it's now 4-1, a team has come back from down 4 goals 4 times in NHL postseason history. Could be the 5th time. Could be another the miracle on Manchester, but I don't know what they call it here. The resurrection at Rogers. There you go.
Perhaps premature as we get into the final 12 minutes of regulation. 4-1 Edmonton. We'll be right back. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
It's easier than ever to get up to $5,000 at Dollar Loan Center. And oh yeah, the first week is on us to celebrate our 25th anniversary. No fees and no interest for a full week. It's a great way to try us out. Consider it a 7-day trial period. You can get up to $5,000 in about 30 minutes at don'tbebroke.com. Once approved, we have instant funding available to the debit card or account of your choice. Fast, easy, and free. For a week anyway. There's no charge to find out how much you can qualify for and free interest for a week on your loan. It doesn't get much better than that. Apply at don'tbebroke.com. Give us a call or find a Dollar Loan Center near you. And remember, at DLC, your first loan is free in 2023.
Free loan means if you pay off your loan a month or less, the interest is free. Restore required to repay the principal amount. Licensed by Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet minimum loan qualifications. For review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
The playoffs are here, and Golden Knights fans can discover why BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every playoff game mean more than ever. Go for the goal with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL and the Vegas Golden Knights.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 plus to wager. Nevada only. Please gamble responsibly. For help, please call 1-800-522-4700. MGMResorts.com/GameSense.
Back to more Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup playoff action with Dan Duba and Gary Lawler.
We're back. 12 minutes to go in the third. Vegas trails 4-1. After an offensive zone faceoff for the Knights, Barbashev got tripped up fighting for the puck on the left wall. He looks to the referee. Can't believe that a penalty was not called. Because the Knights have been given 4 power plays in this game. They have not scored. Edmonton on the breakout. Kane waits for the stretch pass, but he did not play the bank very well, so the puck gets by him. Knights take over in their own zone. Theodore, forward pass, got it to Marchessault. They head on the left wing to Barbashev, left corner. Collides with an Oiler down low. Marchessault joins the fray, but it's pulled loose by by Nurse around to the far side. Kane was there. Draisaitl gave it away to Eichel. Slides it to the weak side left. McNabb shoots. Gloved and held. Skinner, compact, reached to his left just a little bit. Puck was ticketed for the long post. Skinner grabs it, reels it in, holds on.
He's been good. He's had to make a handful of saves, and Vegas hasn't made it as hard on him as they would like to. But Stuart Skinner's had an impact on this game, a positive one.
Stevenson for Martinez, and then put out in front for Howden, but the stick was knocked from his hands. Howden with Stone on the left. Now Stevenson left point to the right. Pietrangelo shooting, tipped up and out of play into the netting. Looked like it went off the outside of the catching mitt of goaltender Stuart Skinner. With traffic in front, Martinez and Bouchard dueling down low. You see the Knights defensemen activate and have a prominent presence deep in the offensive zone. You just saw it there from Martinez. Whitecloud has been active. Those are not the players that you would expect to be involved down low. Looked like Martinez got a piece of that point shot from Pietrangelo. No, he missed it. It did go off the glove, as we first suspected. Nugent Hopkins comes in, puts it on goal. Pad saved by Aiden Hill. For a Stanley Cup playoff start for Hill after getting the win in relief 2 days ago. Now it's 3 consecutive appearances, but the first 2 were in relief. Hill has not started a game for the Golden Knights since March 7th. He was injured when the Knights played in Florida. Hill was great, but suffered a loss. 40 saves on 42 shots. That game was a 2-1 defeat. From center, Pietrangelo with the red line dumps it in left corner. Waugh gives chase. Now Pietrangelo joins in too. McDavid pulls it away. Banks it behind his own goal. Got it away from Colasar. Oilers clear the zone. Nearing the halfway mark of the third period. Oilers 4, Knights 1. 10 minutes to go. This is game 4. Vegas leads the series 2-1. Oilers looking to close this one out and tie the series at 2 apiece. Game 5 in Las Vegas on Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific. Oilers trying to keep it in the zone, right wing, cannot. Pulled out by Nick Waugh. Whips it ahead, but it's an offside entry. Waugh was opening up. Colasar to lift his skate. Puck was going behind him, and Will Carrier brought it into the zone, but did not quite click. Timeout with 9:40 left in regulation. Update you on the shots, by the way. This period, Vegas 8, Edmonton 3. Game total, Edmonton 30, Vegas 23. Presented by Dollar Loan Center, it's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct. I let in the sun rays, but less of the heat stays. Universal Windows Direct. I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct.
Nevada license 77650.
T-Mobile keeps you connected to your Vegas Golden Knights. Whether you're cheering for your favorite player at the Fortress or watching highlights in the air with in-flight Wi-Fi on us, get coverage beyond the expected. T-Mobile keeps you connected to the hat tricks, dirty dangles, and barn burners this season. Switch to T-Mobile now and stay connected to the Knights all season long. Go, Knights, go!
Coverage not available in some areas. Select U.S. airline in-flight Wi-Fi and international roaming are available, included in qualifying plans. See T-Mobile.com/travel.
With Power Shift by NV Energy, you have the power to reduce energy bills 10 to 25%. Whether that's free smart thermostat installations, free energy assessments, or free appliance upgrades for eligible customers, you have the power to save at your home or your business. Make a powerful change today and save for future generations. Make your power move at nvenergy.com/powershift.
Back to more Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup playoff action with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Zappos.com is an official partner of the Golden Knights. Check out Zappos.com today. Oilers 4, Knights 1. 9:39 left in the third. Oilers win a neutral zone faceoff. They go left to right. Bukestad dispossessed by Nick Hague coming into the zone. Vegas goes the other way. Waugh down to the right corner, joined by Colasar. Carrier, the third forward, coming in. Oilers lifted by him with a penalty coming up. Back to his own zone, Nick Hague. He touches it up. In the corner, there was a collision. Desharnais went into the corner boards hard, and the penalty will be against Colasar.
Minor penalty, elbowing.
Elbowing against Colasar. They've got to be physical. You can't use your elbow. Oilers have been very physical today. Desharnais wincing as he returns to his bench. Desharnais was vigorous in his checking of Shea Theodore early in this game. Not enough to warrant a cross-checking call. Shea didn't like it anyway, so put his stick blade into the nether regions of Desharnais, and Shea himself was called for a penalty. It led directly to a power play goal for Evan Bouchard, and that made it 2-0, and right now that second goal is the difference here. So Colasar takes the penalty, sits for 2. Oilers to the power play. They have 1 power play goal on 3 chances today. He'll dump it in. Hill out to his left, chips it up the near boards. Bouchard holds the line, flings it across to the left wing side. Pietrangelo is there and launches it down. It'll miss the goal by 4 feet. Comes off the wall. Skinner startled a bit, but he did manage to recover, stick the puck to a teammate, rather than sticking it inadvertently into his crease, which almost happened. Smith buzzing in on the forecheck. Oilers to the offensive zone. McDavid with Hyman deep on the right wing. Collision created by Pietrangelo. McNabb takes the puck and he clears down. We go back to that penalty kill that was so good for the Knights in the third period. Brett Howden was in the box. Now, the game at that point was 5-1 Vegas, but the Oilers were getting their second power play. They had only 2 shots. Hyman had 1. Bouchard had another. But there were 5 Oiler attempts blocked. McDavid by McNabb. Nugent-Hopkins by Pietrangelo. There's a loose puck in front of Hill. He covers it up. Draisaitl blocked by McNabb. McDavid blocked by Pietrangelo. And then Bouchard blocked by Carlson. And then you also had a Ryan Nugent-Hopkins shot hit the goalpost. So you had only 2 shots on, but 8 attempts during that successful kill for the Knights. That Oilers' third period power play in Game 3. Here today, they scored a goal on their second power play. Took only 9 seconds. And until just a second ago, it was their only power play shot. Face-off right circle. 41 seconds left on the monitor to Keegan Colasar. Kane against Howden. Brett wins it for Vegas. McNabb behind. Pietrangelo clears it down. We're under 8 minutes left in regulation. They're starting to wave here at Rogers Place at Edmonton. Clockwise. McNabb behind his own goal. Pulls it away from Fogle. Out in front for Nick Waugh. Skates ahead. Now curls back to buy some time here on the penalty kill. Now launches it off the near glass and all the way down. Penalty clock at 8 seconds. 7:25 left here in the third. Ahead comes Ryan McLeod. Dumps it left side. Whitecloud back with Haig. Using the yellow kick plate. Connects along the wall on the breakout, but it is knocked away. Oilers send it back in. Penalty time expires though. Got a whistle. It's going to be maybe, oh, I don't know. The referee just pointed at both benches, it appeared. Here's Chris Rooney. He's still gesturing, and I'm not sure what he was gesturing about. He goes into the scorer's area and has a word. The door to the Knights penalty box opened up, but it looked like at first he was pointing at the Oilers bench. Now he has skated over toward the player benches. Did you see what happened, Gary?
No. I thought he was calling too many men. Now he's throwing Yamamoto out of the game. He's giving him a 10. Yamamoto's going down the aisle. He's done for the night.
Yamamoto heads down the tunnel.
He must, and now he's giving Chandler Stevenson a 10 as well. He's throwing Stevenson and Yamamoto out of the game. Stevenson just looked at the referee and a small grin and a little tight shake of the head. Yamamoto, Colasar hit him into the Golden Knights bench. Something must have happened there.
Mr. will ask about that after the game. With 7 minutes to go in the third, manpower not affected. Vegas coming out right to left with the puck. Sent in by Marchessault. Barbashev and Eichel go after the puck. Off the near boards, it's started back out by the Oilers. It'll roll hard down for an icing. So no more Stevenson, no more Yamamoto. Earlier today, Yamamoto credited with his third assist of the playoffs. On Ekholm's goal, it was just moments after Yamamoto cross-checked Mark Stone into the goalpost at the Oilers' net. No penalty was called on that. It was a glorious chance for Mark Stone. How different this game might be. If Stone gets a goal there, it was 2-0 at that time. And then just seconds after that Yamamoto check that knocked Stone into the goalpost. Yamamoto to Draisaitl to Ekholm for the goal that made it 3-0, and that's how we went to the intermission. 3-0 Oilers. Knights get the puck on a face-off win. Stone put it up the slot and missed all of his teammates.
Missed
puck
Howden.
goes all the way back down the ice.
Missed Howden and then missed Theodore. It was wild.
Theodore comes ahead, looks right wing. Marchessault angles it across to the left wing side. Desharnais goes behind his own goal, rings it ahead. Slowed by Theodore. It's kept in. Marchessault to the left. Pounded in the middle. Stick broken. Carlson tried to one-time it. Stick broke clean in half. Oilers coming out up the right wing side. Hyman gets it all the way in. Hill behind his own net. Theodore on it for Vegas. Lifts it over an Oilers stick, but it tumbles over Carlson's stick too as it got to center. Edmonton dumps it in. Under 6 minutes to go, third period. Vegas trails 4-1. Theodore deep in his zone end. Now Marchessault over to McNabb. And Carlson, a lookout. Knights are going to get called for too many men. They had started the puck up ice. Eichel jumped over the railing. Carlson received the return pass. Eichel was already on.
Thanks, Minor penalty. Too many men on the ice.
Timeout with 5:47 left. Oilers power play when we come back. Edmonton has held the lead all night. They got the first goal at 6:46 of the first. They have not trailed. It's 4-1 Oilers. Presented by Dollar Loan Center. It's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Farhan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. Imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. You want an attorney who does everything in his power to translate knowledge and experience into big bucks in your pocket. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
If you've been hurt, Naqvi is the word. Call 702-INJURED.
Experience the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Live it up at the world's largest sports book, Circa Sports. Get loose and get loud with all sports, all seasons at Stadium Swim. Take in the $1 million views at our Rooftop Lounge Legacy Club. Go big and go all night with our luxurious rooms and suites. Book the time of your life today. CircaLasVegas.com.
Jack Daniels has always made whiskey, and if they have it their way, they always will. But there's one thing Jack can't make more of: moments. Those are on us to create. You see, hockey fans, we only get one shot at this thing called life. So let's make sure we're making the most of every moment, whether it's showing up for our team or sipping a glass of Jack while cheering at the radio. Don't let a single moment go to waste. Make it count. Jack Daniels.
Tennessee Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2022 Jack Daniels. All rights reserved.
Back to the Knights versus the Oilers in their Stanley Cup Playoff Series with Dan Duba and Gary Lawless.
Oilers 4, Knights 1. 5:47 left in the third. Edmonton to the power play. Too many men on the ice called against Vegas. Face off, far side. Draisaitl wins it. And out high for Bouchard. Power play goal earlier in this game. His pass out to the left sails, but manages to stay in the zone for Nugent Hopkins. Rims it behind. Collision near the right corner. McDavid and McNabb. Vegas comes ahead short-handed. Watt tries to slide it in. He gets it to the offensive zone. Bouchard cut it off. Oilers left to right. Up to the line, McDavid. Knocked off his stick. Vegas gets the puck. Pietrangelo with Eichel far side. Pietrangelo puts it behind his own goal. Up the left wing, cleared by McNabb. Back to the Oilers line and Bouchard.
The Vegas doesn't want to just throw the puck down the ice. They're trying to create shorthanded opportunities. And that's dangerous against the Oilers, but we'll see how it goes.
Vegas clears the zone. Pietrangelo sends it out. Carlson shorthanded, striding after it. The Knights have a realistic chance of coming back in this game. They might have to apply the pressure while shorthanded with under 5 minutes to go. Shorthanded for another minute. Bouchard out high. Now 13 postseason power play points, equaling his regular season total. Bouchard straight on. The righty passes near circle. Misses the target. Out in front, a shot. Angled aside with the blocker of Hill. Rebound left goal line. Hyman not defended. Now he's picked up. Trying to walk out in front with the puck. He is stripped. Vegas on it. Stone out of the zone. Across the red. Stone looked to pass left. It was tipped. So Theodore has to curl back. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Oilers. Theodore hands it off. Eichel comes in. Shorthanded. Eichel to the right circle. Looks across. Passed it right to an Oiler. Fortunate for Jack, it went off of the stick and out of the zone. To his own zone. Oh, a collision right into the middle. A shot saved by Hill as Pietrangelo was run to the near wall. Now a fight ensues in front. A scrap. They're locked up. The linesmen jump in. Kane and Eichel separated by the officials. Barbashev went after McLeod. The feature collision. Pietrangelo taken hard to the wall by Kane. And Eichel went right after Kane once the hockey portion of the play had ended because there was an immediate scoring chance for the Oilers. Still on the power play. And the penalty clock currently reads 11 seconds. Pietrangelo has made it over to the bench, but is receiving attention. Looked like he went into the wall, and looks like he's favoring his right arm of some sort.
Vander Kane's been thrown out of the game.
Yeah, he runs Pietrangelo right into the wall, and as you may recall, he cross-checked Pietrangelo in the throat after the first period ended in Game 3. And the Golden Knights players were not very pleased with that, though they have come to expect it from Evander Kane, who has double the penalty minutes of any other Golden Knights opposing player in Vegas playoff history. And he's only going to add to that total. Might hit the century mark, depending on how it shakes out here. Career penalty minutes in his playoff appearances against Vegas.
Evander, he refuses to go down the tunnel. He's been thrown out. He's jawing with Mark Stone. Now he's standing there. I don't know why the referees don't tell him to get off the ice surface. He's been ejected.
And now there is some gesticulation from the referee saying, let's go, let's go.
He's not going. He's standing there still.
Yeah, he's talking, it appears, to one of the equipment managers now as they drop the puck, and Kane does head down the tunnel. No power play assessed here. Previous penalty against the Knights is released. Amadio out of the box. He was serving the too many men model. 5-on-5 now with 3:40 to go. Here in the third period of Game 4. Oilers 4, Knights 1. Vegas coming out right to left. While with Howden, they get it in. Jonathan Marchessault also given a misconduct. Okay. Whitecloud is back behind his own goal.
They showed a replay of the Kane slashed Pietrangelo on the hand, and then he cross-checked him into the boards. And Alex was holding his hand funny on the bench, as Dan already noted. But
here's Eichel breaking through, 1 against 3, forced to the outside right. Carlson down the middle. They'll pull Hill for the 6th attacker with 3 minutes to go. Eichel out to the line. Pietrangelo's shot fought off by goaltender Stuart Skinner. Around to the left wing side. Another shot comes from the left, but it's stopped by Skinner, and he covers it up. So, as you pointed out, Gary, after Pietrangelo was slashed, was attended with Mike Muir on the Golden Knights bench, checking out that, I believe, his right hand or right arm, but clearly having returned, presuming that he's okay. He was wincing as he got up. His pants covered in snow, taking deep breaths over at the Knights bench. Pietrangelo has been a target for the Oilers, and clearly Evander Kane has been the assassin. Here's Eichel, a left wing shot through the net mouth wide out the back door. As we outlined, penalty against Kane at the end of the first period of Game 3 when he, after the horn, cross-checked Pietrangelo in the net, got a 2-minute minor. Here he's given a misconduct for everything that transpired, whether it was the Pietrangelo collision or what happened afterwards, I'm not sure. Obviously, Jonathan Marchessault did not do anything nearly as violent, but both players given misconducts. Knights offensive zone with a goaltender on the bench. 6-on-5 attack. Theodore to the right, Pietrangelo. Theodore straight on. Left circle, Eichel. Down to the goal line. A redirect try. Skinner covers. Smith and Stone near the crease. Smith at the goal line. Stone atop the crease. A little bit of shoving after the whistle, too. 2:05 to go. Knights down by 3 goals.
Jay Woodcroft leaving Big Vinny Desharnais out there for a lot of that exchange, and I think there's a few things there. Vinny's big, and you need a big guy around the net at that time. I think he's also trying to restore his confidence. Bruce Cassidy's called a timeout.
Not that it is going, well, let's put it this way, unlikely to impact the outcome of this game with 2 minutes to go. Knights down by 3, but Oilers power play 1 for 5 today, 7 shots on goal. The one goal was on the first shot of that second power play. Evan Bouchard's 4th goal of the playoffs. And as I mentioned earlier, 13 power play points here in the playoffs, equaling his season total. So there's something that maybe you look forward to Game 5. If you're the Golden Knights, they adjusted their penalty kill, stopped both Oilers' power plays in Game 3. One was abbreviated. Today, they've had 5.
Yeah, just one power play goal in the last 2 games. How many in the first 2 games? 6? 6 special
4.
teams goals, I think.
4, yeah. Here's Eichel on the left. He shoots wide. Yeah, so 5. They were 5 for 11 coming into the game.
Yeah.
So now they're 5 for 16. Out in front, Smith tried a quick stick, but his follow-through went right into a body. Puck went nowhere. Theodore to the right. Petrangelo's shot comes on goal. Through a lot of bodies. Saved by Skinner. Then up the slot. Theodore kept it in momentarily. At the other end, a shot. Wide of the empty goal. Draisaitl then gets taken out. Penalty coming. Look out. Here we go. A fight will break out. Petrangelo is stopped from fighting Connor McDavid. Draisaitl was tripped in his pursuit of the empty net. Petrangelo tried to wail away on McDavid, and McDavid tried to skate away.
And McDavid went after Petrangelo to start, and then once Alex engaged, McDavid wanted no part of that. And listen, Connor McDavid shouldn't fight, he shouldn't try and fight either.
And nor should Alex Petrangelo.
No, well, Alex plays a little harder than that. This is incidental contact. Maybe not. Maybe Alex goes after him a bit.
Petrangelo, I believe, would get a slashing call on
Major
Draisaitl.
penalty has been called on the play. It is under review.
A major. Yeah, he gives him a pretty good tomahawk, but I don't know about a major.
Then McDavid throws an elbow into Petrangelo's face. He throws a punch. Petrangelo's going right after him, and then once the linesmen jump in, McDavid tries to get away. So, again, major against Petrangelo, who's, as I have pointed out several times, clearly been the target.
Yeah.
I don't believe any majors have been called against the Oilers for what they've attempted to do to Alex. And then here, what appeared, at least to our eyes, as a slash. But I'm not sure there was anything major about it.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Yeah. If Evander Kane can cross-check Alex Petrangelo in the face, certainly Alex Petrangelo can.
After review, the call on the ice is confirmed. Number 7, Vegas got a major penalty and a game misconduct for slashing.
So my question is, that's fine. You get 5 out of 10. How come Kane only gets the 10? How come he doesn't get a major for what he did earlier? That's kind of my curiosity there. You know, we've seen a bunch of misconducts, 10-minute misconducts here, there, and everywhere, when basically the officials are just trying to, like, you've done too much, you're done. And here they give 5-minute major. Not the first time we've seen a major called against the Golden Knights late in the playoff game without a corresponding major against the other team. Different circumstance here. Knights are down by 3 goals in Game 4 rather than up by 3 goals in a Game 7. So Aiden Hill's got to go back in goal. 5-on-4 for the Oilers for the rest of regulation. Petrangelo ejected, 5-minute major for slashing and a 10-minute misconduct. Knights sent it down on the kill. Oilers are 1 for 5 on the power play, 1 goal on 7 shots. They scored a goal on their first shot of their second power play. Darnay dumps it in. They do not have a conventional power play unit here. Part of that is because some players are no longer in the game, including Evander Kane. Out and far side, in the corner, trying to protect the puck there with under a minute to go in the third period. Oilers 4, Knights 1. Look out, we've got multiple scraps breaking out. Haig pounding away on Nurse. Several blows into his helmet. Tried an uppercut. Now Haig's helmet pops off, and Nurse trying to take advantage. Trying to come over the top of the right. Haig responds with a couple of rights. Nurse's helmet now is off. Let's see if Haig can get free. Back behind the goal. They've got each other's collar. Nurse tried a kidney shot. Haig over the top of the couple of rights. Haig has the height advantage. Nurse with a couple of uppercuts. Landed one. They've danced out in front of the goal. They're locked up tighter now, and the linesman will jump in.
That's two big men.
Nurse at 6'4". Haig at 6'6". Nurse goes down the tunnel. 49 seconds left in Game 4. Isn't it interesting, Gary, how the two games that the Oilers have won, there have been a massive dump of penalties in both of them, whereas the Knights' victories have been far cleaner.
Yeah, a little pushback from the Golden Knights late in the game, and I think also the Oilers, they're bullies, and I mean that in a compliment.
2 minutes for instigating, 5 minutes for fighting, and a game misconduct. Vegas number 14, 5 minutes for fighting.
So Nurse gets all the extra penalties there. Haig answers the bell. The Nurse will get 17 penalty minutes out of all that. Haig just 5.
Nick Haig with a bloody lip and a big smile on his face as he goes off. Darnell Nurse. Well, they keep showing the sections of the fight that Nurse won.
They'll have to put somebody in the box for the Oilers. It'll be 4-on-4 for the rest of regulation. The major to Pietrangelo is wiped out by the extra penalty taken there by Darnell Nurse.
Yeah.
It'll be served by Warren Fogle. So 4-on-4 for the remaining 49 seconds of regulation.
Hill back in the net. Will be Howden and carrying the forwards. White Cloud and McNabb at the point.
Oilers win the draw. McLeod backward to Desharnais behind his net. Oilers will bring it up the ice. Here in the final minute, brought to you by Credit One. Oh, now we've got a delayed penalty against the Knights. Howden made some contact with Skinner as he braked in front of the net. They're going to call that. Oilers coming in on the delayed penalty as Skinner has made his way to the bench. Oilers barely send on that fifth guy. Interference is the call. Howden again making contact with the goaltender. 24 seconds left.
Vegas 21, minor penalty, goaltender interference.
All right. Well, I will say this. There are 4 pairs of referees who have worked the games in this series. There will be a different pair for Game 5.
Just for, we just saw the replay. Stuart Skinner moves right into the path of Brett Howden. It doesn't matter.
That's
academic.
That's sort of why I point out the fact that what's happening here, the officials who work Game 5, and I don't know who they are, will not be the referees who work today. So those kinds of things, again, different officials call the game different ways. And the games the Oilers have won, there have been all kinds of penalties and misconducts. Remember, we told you about Game 2. Knights ended up with 70 penalty minutes, which is the second most in franchise history, regular season or postseason. And that number's going to rocket up here in this one today as well. Knights win the D-zone draw. It's a 4-on-3 for the final 20 seconds. Knights send it down. Skinner hands it off. And the crowd here at Rogers Place in Edmonton to its feet. Oilers got an early start, and they did not relent. And they will tie the second round series 2-2 through 4 games. The siren sounds at Rogers Place. Final score, Edmonton back home in the first. Nugent Hopkins in the second. 4-0 Edmonton. Nick Waugh got one back 6 minutes into the third. But for really the fourth time in as many games, one side has had a true blowout type win. Score of game one was 6-4 for Vegas. Knights really controlled game one. Oilers really controlled game two. Knights dominated in game three, and the Oilers dominate in game four. First road loss in the Stanley